Hey guys, Star Climber here, and I'm gonna check if you can hear me because last stream I had a problem with that, and at least in the beginning of it. So hopefully you guys can hear me. But yeah, we are live. This is exciting. I haven't done a tier list in a bit, a couple months. Think about it. Let me check. I can pull it up right now. Yeah, 4 months ago, the last time I did like a tier list thing. Should be interesting. This one's not as long as last time. Yeah, but cool. Yeah, I can hear myself. Cool. If there's any trouble with the audio, just tell me. Um, but yeah. Yeah, it's been a while and I haven't done that in a while. So we're gonna have a lot of fun, and I I think we're Sky Dragon can always count on you with the what if questions. You know, what if Arlene married King Jihad? Damn, what a twist. Was she was it Arlene? I don't think, I don't remember if they mentioned that or if it was like not stated. Um, King if Arlene was already pregnant with Bomb, like when Jihad proposed. I don't think so. If she wasn't, if she was, then that would be crazy. She says yes to Jihad and then she's still pregnant with Bomb and all that stuff happens. That'd be crazy and wild. Um, no, but obviously that would also mean that just by default, Arlene sided with Jihad, and V would be all on his own fighting against all the other family heads. I don't think he would last too long. Maybe for a while, but I don't think he would. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I don't really know what would happen like differently. Arlene wouldn't be an unknown in the tower. She would probably be the queen of the tower or something. A bunch of stuff. It's weird. Its spells would probably be less regulated than they are nowadays in the tower and stuff like that. Um, Pretty interesting question, but yeah, can't really say much more about it than that without going into full fan fiction territory. But let me just. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep the stream going in the background while just to make sure everything's okay. All right, cool. Without really getting into further ado, oh, also, I was gonna say before I start, I was gonna make this idea like of ranking all the Shinheuh or the Divine Sea Fish was originally gonna be a full-on video idea that I was waiting for because my friends told me that read ahead. They told me don't do that video until you until you get to a certain chapter, which was the chapter where Valhalla got introduced. Um, and so that happened, and they told me, okay, now you could do it. And but it was just it was weird. So I finally got to that, and then I was like, I don't want to make a whole script, because not only because do I really want to edit a whole video about it where I already have a whole tier list that I made like way before this channel was even thing. Um, right way before this channel was even a thing, I had this tier list already set up, and also, like, do I really want to edit a whole video about it? Do I really want to voice a whole video about it where I already have this stuff? So I'm like, whatever, I'll just do it. Understandable. Valhalla's pretty cracked. Yeah. So it's that whole thing of like they wanted me to wait for her for Valhalla to appear, because they, at the time that I was thinking of doing that video, she already appeared for all the other people that read ahead as well. So they knew all the comments were going to be like spoiling me about Valhalla or whatever, and they didn't want that to be the case. So yeah, but I cut off that video, but I already have this tier list made for a while. and I added Valhalla and another person to this tier list, which is probably mean to do, but you know, well, you'll see who I did. It's not that long though. It's not as definitely not as long as my character one, so we'll finish it by the end of this. We'll definitely do it only one stream. But yeah, let's go right into the tier list. There we go. This is, I'm not saying, I'm not confirming who you just said, but but I'm also not denying. All right. Before we start, I do want to answer Skydragon's questions because they're always prevalent in chat. So I just want to ask, what if King Jihad died in the flashback? I don't know which flashback you're talking about. If King Jihad died in general, I honestly, that's weird because I don't know how much Jihad influenced the rest of the other 13 warriors to stop also climbing. If he was like the biggest contributor to them stopping, then they might be able to get persuaded by Arlene and V to keep climbing the tower, and they all keep climbing or whatever. So yeah, what is the final arc of season 2? I'm guessing, are you talking about the anime or are you talking about the manga? The manga season 2, yeah, ends at Last Station. That's the name of the arc. I'm not following the anime. I hear it's only for my benefit that I'm not following the anime right now, but you know, I'm guessing it's gonna end at some point during the workshop battle. From all the things that I've seen about it recently. But yeah, let's start this tier list. Let's have some fun. I have the chat right next to me, and I made this tier list way long before, so like there are some characters from Dr. Bonehead's D&D campaign, some Shinheuh that I will not be tackling. I'll not be tackling. I'll be brushing over them. I just want to make this a pure Tower God tier list, just so we can have fun with it, right? And it'll be good to go. As I'm watching the anime, it's probably gonna end at the workshop battle for sure. Yeah. The final stretch of the workshop battle. It's probably not gonna go beyond that. But yeah. How's the anime so far? As you're watching it, I stopped watching it for multiple reasons, because it was getting way too hard to with the copyright stuff for me at least, and I didn't want to risk my channel for that stuff. And a bunch of other stuff. So like a lot of technical issues that always happen one night because of the anime. But I personally haven't kept up with it either. So how is it? I've heard not the best things, but I also heard it was like, I've heard not good things and also meh things, but not good things. I haven't heard good things at least. So maybe you can enlighten me. But I'll be let's start this off. Okay. All right, so let me establish the tiers. Yeah, it's better to just do a general review after the anime's done. The first core is ass and the second core is much better though. Okay. The second core being what? The workshop battle? The first core, I guess I reacted to the first core, I guess, which I mean, I stopped, my video stopped around when the last video I think was when Yurik was introduced in the anime. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do a general review of the anime when it's done, just to do that, just to have it out there, my opinions on it. But I'm gonna have to binge it, which is probably better, honestly, to binge it. Okay, let me explain the tiers, because they do need some explaining. Administrator, pretty obvious. any any Shinheuh or divine sea fish, right? I'm gonna keep saying Shinheuh. It's more easy for me. Any Shinheuh that is administrator level, like purely an administrator, basically. Next is the almost gods. Basically, like, these Shinheuh are like top tier. You can't really, like, you have to be top 100 high rankers, or like something along those lines. You have to be very strong to even handle these Shinheuh. High ranker level Shinheuh are just basically any Shinheuh that we know are either used by a high ranker to battle other high rankers, or Shinheuh that we just know are high ranker level in general, but are not like the most OP thing in the tower. Threats to regulars, I mean rankers, not regulars. Threat to rankers, again, pretty obvious. Any threat to a ranker, be it advanced ranker or just ranker, either way. Found at the top of the tower is an interesting one. We do know there are Shinheuh like Truggy. Truggy's the crab, the Lord of the Sea. He is found at Shinsu pressures that are found at the top of the tower, like the top floors of the tower. So like they might be able to get beaten by like really strong A ranks or something like that, maybe, right? A rank regulars. And we saw a lot of those types of fish, Shinheuh, in Traumatized Dome, in his ginormous bowl that he has in his place. C rank level Shinheuh is their Shinheuh that you would probably find at C rank, or could take on regulars that are C rank. D rank level, again, the same thing. Below E rank, regular, basically like the weakest combatant Shinheuh. And then floor test level Shinheuh are basically Shinheuh that I think are, to put it in a good term, ass. Right? They're not good. They're not combatants. They're just there to be living creatures for other living creatures to eat, basically. You'll see. Yeah, fish. So cool. I'm gonna, yeah, let's start. And there's no real order to this. I think they're just randomized, the images. So let's start with the first one they gave us. And the first one they gave us is, I will not say the name of this thing, but basically it is the spearfish that Holland first summoned against Jinsung Ha during their fight versus Perdity. A really cool Shinheuh. I'm also gonna be taking the time to not only talk to you guys, answer your questions, whatever, and anything you guys want to say in the chat, and I'll answer freely and happily. But I'll also be talking about both the designs, because I think the designs of Shinheuh are very underrated and an amazing part of Tower God, along with ships, which is another tier list that I have that I might do a stream about in the future. But it's no, they're great, and I kind of wanted to not only make this for that, but I also wanted to just talk about these amazing designs that deserve more love, I think. So this one's amazing design, but in terms of strength, it is definitely going at high ranker level. I would not put it at almost god, definitely not. It was able to push back Jinsung Ha, which is impressive, but at the same time it did no real damage to him either way, and it just kind of, again, it just pushed it back. And that's like the bare minimum that you would ask for an attack, right? Sometimes, right? And I get it. Jinsung is sturdy, he's powerful, and just being able to push him back is impressive. But at the same time, I don't think we've seen enough of it to really rank him higher. But it is cool that we got a spearfish, and basically it is used in a spear bearer like way, which is really neat. Next is the first one that we will be putting in almost god, which is the ancient Acronac. Akranak is super cool design. Basically, it reminds me a lot of like a genie. Uh, yeah. Jinsung is in that upper level echelon of sturdiness, 100%, and pushing him back is impressive. So this fish is probably gonna go in the top of this tier, but I don't think like you'll see the almost gods. Like I don't like we can all agree that they're that he's not reaching the levels of these almost gods, right? Um, you'll see, you'll see, and that's basically the first Akranak, like a super amazing Shinheuh. We haven't seen the full potentials of Akranak. It's Akranak apparently is still dormant inside of Giamma, and the only host that we have seen it in is a pretty weak host for it, and that will be Nen. When he was in that form, he couldn't fight against a family head Shinheuh like the Findar Harp, and got defeated by it. But its abilities are really cool. It can basically stop time for basically everyone on the battlefield, and it was except for Wangwon and Yasracha, and it was super like they had to bring like a whole armies to fight this thing, with multiple branch leaders, and yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, there's no competing with them. Basically, there's like, yeah, there's a clear gap. When you see there's a clear gap, you'll understand. Next is the Odd-Eyed Cobra. The Odd-Eyed Cobra is a Shinheuh that I honestly, okay, this is it is difficult, a bit difficult to say, but I'm gonna put the Odd-Eyed Cobra not an almost god, but I'm gonna put him above the spearfish. The reason why is because it was able to tank both attacks from Doan and Cha, named attacks that were apparently pretty powerful, and it just got up. And obviously when it's controlled by Traumarai is way stronger, but every Shinheuh is when it's controlled by Traumarai. So when it's just controlled by the high ranker, whoever, I think it was the 8th son, super powerful Shinheuh. We have seen it before, even the Genesis War, when Trauma controlled it during the flashback, and yeah, so it's a pretty powerful Shinheuh, pretty sturdy Shinheuh. So we'll be putting it there. And also the size of it is just gigantic, so, you know. Next is the first Shinheuh that we will be putting at floor of test level, and that being the Baby Zigna. Baby Zigna is legit. The only good thing it has, it's that it's pretty fast. It was pretty fast. It was able to outrun Wang Nan and his team for a while. Even people like Arc Raptor was able to outrun them for a bit. Baby, yeah, but Baby is a baby. He shouldn't. It's a baby. He's not. He doesn't have anything to fight. Yeah, it's a baby. Next, I forgot the names of these things, but I would just call them goblins. These are from season 1. But yeah, they did just look at goblins. The Tower God version of goblins. I forgot their names. But they were in season 1, and they basically, they were strong. They when they were in hordes, they gave Rack and Hots trouble, but pretty. Yeah, they are literally called goblins. Okay, never mind. They're just called goblins. I didn't remember that. Yeah, so I'm gonna be putting that there. Again, as individual. This is an individual one. This is not, although they do hunt in groups, they're not how do you say it? They're not really individually. One got killed by Parakill spear. If that goes to say enough. Although Parakill is our god and savior, but I think I think it goes to say one by itself shouldn't be that much of an issue for an E rank regular. Definitely not. Something goblins, but goblins all the same. Yeah, 100%. The Goblin Slayer would still consider that a goblin. The bull is a very interesting Shinheuh. I love the bull's design so much, and I will honestly be putting the bull in. Do I want to give it? I think we should make. You know what? I think. We'll do this because I think it's a little. I think it's. Let me make a new row. Add a row below. What? Let me just make that. Nope, that's the wrong. Let me make a new row and let's call it the no not surviving tier. There we go. Not surviving. There we go. And we'll add the baby Signa in that tier. We'll put the goblins in the floor test level, and I'll give the bull, because I don't want to put the goblins and the bull in the same rank. We'll put the bull in the tier above, right below E rank level. Any E rank, most E ranks can probably beat the bull at that point of the story, definitely, especially the top 10. But the bull was apparently stronger than, by Shibizu said that the bull was stronger than every other regular on the floor test, but he was not at the level of the top people in the floor test. So like a knock, so it would be a knock, a Dorsey, and bomb when he was powered up by the Shinheuh. So yeah, pretty good. Should be ranker, yeah, due to its difficulty of being removed. Not necessarily. The thing about the bull that is weird is that rankers, it seems like, although they said that it'd be a threat to rankers, I really doubt it. Especially, it might be a retcon, right? It might just be a retcon where that it used to be the case, but it's not the case anymore. I think it just means a ranker without Shinheuh, because they said that Dorsey like was pretty equal, even though she lost the fight against no Shinheuh Quant. So I would say that the bull is like, he can kill like a ranker that's caught off guard, that's like, that kind of stuff. But I don't think it should be. It lost to Dorsey before, like during the floor test. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes more sense actually. It's been a while since I last read season 1. Yeah, it lost to Dorsey. So we pretty badly as well. So we can't really put it that high. And it was also able to be tamed by Ren, who is a ranker, super easily. He's an anima too, but at the same time he's a ranker. So like Ren couldn't just go up to the odd-eyed cobra and control him. So it really depends. This one, which one is this one? Oh, this is the, I'll have to explain what this one is. This is the I'm gonna put it right here next to the spearfish. They're the same type of spearfish that Holland commanded versus Shinheuh. Basically, they have the exact same feat of these fish just pushing back Shinheuh. So easy scaling. Being goblins, they're pretty near at the bottom of the pecking order. Yeah, definitely. We didn't take long, but we got to a Traumarai Shinheuh, like one of his personal. We got to put the boy Cobalt at almost god tier. Yeah, generally all of Holland's fish should be around the same level. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste time explaining that much, but I'm gonna explain what they did. And the designs are really cool because they're based on actual real real extinct fish, like ancient fish from our world. And if you like literally look up the names, because SIU didn't change the names of those fish, so if you look up those names, they literally look 1-to-1. Obviously, more stylized and colored, whatever, but they look exactly like the fish. So, and we're putting Cobalt in almost God tier. I will not be putting him above I don't think I'm going to be putting him above Acronac, though. I think Acronac's ability is just better, at least more enticing than Cobalt's ability of teleporting people and being good at Shinsu control. Cobalt had a Shinsu battle with Yasuracha, and Yasuracha obviously was the squadron commander, really strong, but I don't think is, yeah, it's pretty sheer pure utility. Is it utility super strong? Again, he was able to fight a squadron commander, but he's not I don't think he's beating a full power ancient, in my opinion, especially since we saw that Trauma had to, in the flashback, he had to bring out a lot of Shinheuh. Where's the thing? I had to add something here, but 1 second. Never mind. It's right here. I was looking all over for something, but never mind. It was literally right next to me. There we go. So yeah, Cobalt, Trauma had to throw a lot of things to kill an ancient in the past before, so it's probably not. But Cobalt is definitely above probably all the other 20 beasts, most of the 20 beasts of the Lopobia family. Definitely. Just from a sheer utility. The next are pretty interesting. I'm counting all administrators, by the way, as Shinheuh. All the administrators that we have seen. So any ones that I could take a screenshot of, basically. So yes, Head On is on this list somewhere. I don't know where he is, but he is here. And well, we all know where he's going. Yeah, all administrators are Shinheuh. Technically, they're super god level Shinheuh, but they're Shinheuh, in my opinion. So yeah, a Shinheuh just means that you're like a creature in the tower, basically, because a goblin is not a fish, but they're all, and a cat is not a fish either, so like they're all just creatures of the tower, and the administrators are the highest form of that. These are the diamond fish. If you guys don't remember what these were, these are the ones in the Hell Train test that Bomb first used. It was the first time Bomb used the Shinsu Black Hole Sphere on, and he killed like all of them, right? There was like 14 of these guys, and Bomb with the Shinsu Black Hole Sphere for the first time using it destroyed them all. Kun also destroyed them with a bunch of spears, and Dorsey, after training with Yuri, beat them up pretty easily too. But and I think also Boro, Sachi, and Hockney, and I think other people, I think Barrow was there, some other people like that. They were like on a team, and they also passed this test. So they're strong, but I'm probably only put them in D rank because, they fought D rank level opponents, and they got pretty easily handled by anyone that was above what I would consider a D rank, like Bomb, like Kun, and like Dorsey. Yeah, they got fodderized by the sphere, but that should be like C rank. So they were a testing enemy. Yes, they were a testing enemy. Yeah, that's the thing, is that it took multiple D. I think of Sachi as like a top. He is a top D rank regular. So yeah, so you know what, you convinced me. The correct rank was D rank. They were all D rank at the time, but it did take Sachi, Boro, Hockney, and a bunch of other D ranks to pass this test. So you know what, I'll give them that. And I do consider Bomb and Dorsey, and maybe not Kuhn, but I do consider Bomb and Dorsey at that point to be above C rank level anyway. So, especially with the Black Hole Sphere. So, I'll put them at C rank. They deserve it. Look at that happy face. We got another favorite of mine. We got Dobo. Dobo, the Dark Owl Dobo. Dobo is super fun. Would I put him above the... Would I put Dobo above the odd-eyed cobra? That's a tough one. It's just the size difference. The odd-eyed cobra is so ginormous. Like, it's huge. And I don't know if Dobo's feathers can fully cover it. And also Dobo's feathers, like, their utility is great. So I would definitely put them above Holin's spears, right? Spearfish. And it was able to, like, Dobo was able to do stuff against Jinsung, which was impressive, right? But also Jinsung, also his arms were messed up from Caliban's fight. There's a bunch of stuff going into that fight, but at the same time, I think they're pretty equal, in my opinion, as Shinheuh. Dobo deserves it. He's very versatile. I do not remember the Princess and the regulars do skew the view of what's normal 100%. Like Bomb and Dorsey, when they were D rank, they were probably, in my opinion, like B rank approaching A rank. Like the princesses, like you said, princesses and irregulars are not, you can't be, those aren't the norm. So yeah. Dobo, yeah, but I'm gonna put him there. I'm gonna put the ancient cobra, odd-eyed cobra, just a bit above him. I don't think there might be that many people like between them, right? I think that's fair. Just for the size difference and the durability that the odd-eyed cobra showed, which was impressive. These ones are interesting. These are actually not the little owls. Those are later in the list. These are the eagle owls. Perdity mentioned them a lot when he was fighting Jinsung Ha. He said, "Man, I should have brought my eagle owls if I knew Jinsung was gonna be here." And he like kept mentioning the eagle owls as like these top Shinheuh that he has. And we actually, I didn't know that we actually did see an eagle owl in the flashback with Akranak. He was riding on top of this ginormous looking owl, and those are his eagle owls. I don't know much about them though. We don't know much about them, so I'm gonna just be putting them below Dobo. I think that's fair. Just because Dobo has a special ability we have seen, but the eagle owls, we don't know, right? I think that's fair. The eagle owls do look bigger than Dobo though. The eagles are coming. Oh no, yeah, no. But I think I think that's fine. Dobo has a special ability. We don't know if the eagle owls can blow up even better than the other owls. Ooh, what's this one? Oh, this is the Enraged Rapid. We're getting into the heavy hitters. I will put the Enraged Rapid above. Honestly, I do think the Enraged Rapid is one of the strongest Shinheuhs we have seen, and it took so many like high ranking people to block attacks from this thing. This thing took multiple lives from Yasuracha's heart like in one shot, and this thing had Yama, Jinsung, like a lot of people like in the nest Yasuracha, like I said before, pressed, and I think it should be above Akranak, even though it's a theory because we don't know how Akranak truly is like strong. Yeah, he's one of the big swingers of Trauma Rise. Yeah, 100%. And plus, he's one of the 3 sea dragons that Trauma Rise has, so that he's pretty strong. pretty strong. This one, I don't even remember what they're called, but I think these are like things you ride on the floor of death, like these eye winged things, like the inhabitants or like the people, the Hell Joe people were flying on the floor of death. I'm just gonna put them here. I'm gonna put them above the babies, the Signa, because they can fly, but at the same time, just looking at their bodies doesn't literally look like they can do anything. You know what I mean? It's a mount. It doesn't have any capabilities in fighting. I guess just by purely living on the floor of death, it should be roughly strong, but no. Yeah, well, even those high rankers you listed aren't even just normal high rankers. Yammer, Yasurachi, yeah, are pretty high tier. I just said, yo, Haku, I just said that that they're pretty high tier. The Rate Rapid was doing really good against really high tier people. So like, and multiple of them. So it's like, it's pretty good. That's why he's in the top of Almost God. Not surviving. Fit for floor of death. That's true. Honestly, that's so true. I didn't even think of that. That's so fun, bro. I'm loving the stream. This is fun. I thought this was gonna be way more empty, but I'm liking this. Yeah. By what you said, I guess by pure living on the floor of death, it should be roughly strong, but no real feats. Yeah, we don't have any real feats, and also just by their designs, you can. That's the thing I like about Shinheuh. Just by kind of their designs, you can kind of tell how strong they are too. Like, and that's how real animals are. Just by seeing an animal, some are like deceptively like strong. Like, you don't see a platypus and be like, oh my goodness, this thing has poison that can kill you, right? But most times, an animal, if you look at an animal, it's probably going to look pretty intimidating. And if it is intimidating, it's going to be strong. So that's what I like about the Shinheuh too. Like, if they look strong, they're probably gonna be strong. It's not really gonna be the other way around. So yeah. Let me okay, so next is we're getting into one of my favorites next, but this one is the Findar Harp. The Findar Harp, I will be putting it. Do I want to put it above Akranak? For now, I'm gonna put it above Akranak because not only because we have seen a battle between the Findar Harp and Akranak. Even though yes, Akranak was weakened, and he did say that if I was not in my full, I can't beat him as I am now, implying that he could if he had a better host. We have also seen a lot from the Findar Harp, but the thing is that it's judging Traumerai's animals are always difficult because Traumerai is so good at being an anima, like way better than anyone else in the tower. Then he can do impossible things. Like, he's made multiple Findar Harps, like 9 of them. He's made to trap people. He uses him as a blade to cut things. It's pretty versatile. All the things we have seen Traumerai do with the Findar Harp, we have seen him make him into a mini version. So I'm just gonna put him there for now. It's probably not gonna go any higher. It did straight up punch through Akranak, yes, although it was a weakened Akranak. Harp is super tough. It feels almost more like a weapon than something that acts on. Yeah, it does. The Findar Harp does. It feels like a blade for Traumerai more than any of the other Shinheuh. Like, I never see the Findar Harp and think of it sometimes as its own creature. I think of it as like a weapon. So yeah, totally agree with that. Yeah, but let me drink some water because I'm talking a lot. Some fresh ones we are drinking today. Let me look. I just want to see if there's one that I want to talk about before I get into this one. I don't think there is. I think we're in good pace with the Shinheuh. Next is uh pretty sure hairtail harp hairtail Fandor is the species and Harpe it's his name. Is it? Oh, really? Findor. I always thought it was Fandor Harp or Findor Harp. Oh, that's interesting. That's I never thought about that. Haku. So far, it seems like the better the Shinheuh, the more better the art. I mean, like we're getting we're also comparing season one Shinheuh to like season three Shinheuh. So like it's it gets it that happens. Um, but we're getting into Fenrir. Fenrir is a super cool Shinheuh, one of my favorite Shinheuhs. Fenrir was is he's super cool. He can't be put and found at the top of the tower though because he isn't like he is a spirit Shinheuh, super super useful. Right, honest. I'm gonna put him as here above these guys, because if Endorsi was able to beat up multiple of these diamond fish, I'm sure Fenrir would have been able to tear through them as well. Fenrir, super cool, has a super unique and amazing technique of being able to teleport between its user and himself. It doesn't require a bowl. And it is just a super cool, and it has a curse. If it bites you, you can just you keep bleeding and you can't stop bleeding no matter what. uh so that's super awesome. Its teeth are able to apparently pierce through rancors, like the bare skin of a rancor, which is super cool lore for Fenrir. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it at C rank. By the way, threat to rankers means it can like beat a ranker, like fully beat a ranker. Finral can bite through a ranker. It is never stated to be beating a ranker, at least now. Maybe when Elaine gets stronger, you'll be able to do that. Is that Elaine Shinheuh? Yes, that is Elaine Shinheuh. Her wolf form should be. I hope we see him pop up again. 100%. The last time we saw Finral in the story drawn was a long time ago. It was at Last Station when he broke the remote out of nowhere. Finral does straight up have enough AP to hurt a ranker. Though nothing else beyond that so far. Yes, it just a lot of utility and what you just said, it could buy through a ranker. So impressive. It should go here, I think, the top of C rank for now. This is the fiery elephant. We don't have any other name for it. I wish we can get another name for this, like how we got Akranak. This is Evankel's ancient. It's definitely gonna go in almost gods. Like I don't think that's too far of a claim. Where in almost gods though would we put it above Cobalt? Yasuracha did, I know it was an illusion that Tramrai did, but it did like he if I feel like Yasuracha at some point could have beaten Cobalt in a fight, like in a straight up fight. And while I do think Yasuracha is stronger than Evankel, I think the destructive power of the fiery elephant, I think, puts him above in this type of tier list at least. But yeah, I'm just gonna put it because the Evankel is able to do some really long range attacks, and it's mostly because of her ancient. Should be godly. Fenrir is in the lower tier now, but with high potential, 100%. It feels like Fenrir is only as strong as Elaine. True, although I do think Fenrir is actually not stronger than Elaine, I wouldn't go that far, but has I get what you mean, Haku, that it like the ceiling of improvement for Fenrir is tied to Elaine. Uh, but Fenrir by its, I think Fenrir, like, at least it has a bite that would be able to do a lot more damage to a ranker than Elaine was able to do to a ranker if she attacked a ranker, you know what I mean? So like it has benefits, but I wouldn't say it's either stronger or better than Elaine, because that goes into a lot of different factors into a fight. But I do get what you're saying. It's a very high potential Shinheuh, and I think that's super thing. I agree. We don't have enough information on the ancients that seem like native ones. I want more, 100%. I want more too. But just from the range and power we have seen Evankel produce in the last station alone and in the nest, mostly because of this ancient, at least the widespread spread damage, right? The widespread spread damage of this thing is ginormous, and I'll put it right there. I can't really put it, I don't think I can put it above Acronac though, but we'll see. At least they should be next to each other, probably. A lot of Traumarai Shinheuh do make a fight. I feel like, exactly what you said. I feel like Traumarai 7 Shinheuh are generally at the level like 7 special Shinheuh, except for like some that we'll talk about that are pretty obviously above. I feel like most ancients we have seen. I feel like his 7 Shinheuh are like at the level of ancients, and his other Shinheuh from the flashback we saw of Enkidu are not at the level of a Shinheuh. We saw multiple of his other animals trying to fight an ancient and losing, not losing, but like not doing that significant amount of damage to it. So I think there is obviously a gap between Traumarai's 7 personal Shinheuh and his rest of his Shinheuh that he uses. Like sort of like a Harp's level feels very tied to Traumarai's level. Finral's potential is tied to Elaine's potential. Yeah, and I feel like that's also like a thing too that happens with not only. I feel like that's the thing that happens with Shinheuh that are not just spirit Shinheuh, like Shinheuh that are tied to your Shinsu, because that's what Finral is. It's a Shinheuh that goes back inside of you, basically your own Shinsu. So I feel like as strong as you become, they also become. The same thing with Traumarai, but a lot of his Shinsu, a lot of his animals are inside of his Shinsu. So I feel like however strong he is, they will get stronger too. I feel like that's just a thing that happens. We got Yasrach's cat. Pretty featless Shinheuh. All things considered, tried to fight against Yasracha killed this cat in 1 second. I feel like I'm gonna put it, it's featless, but at the same time I can't imagine that this cat isn't something that isn't found at the top of the tower. At least I won't say it's a threat to rankers, because we have nothing for this cat, but at least this much, right? I think that should be fair. Well, at least it's written by Yasuracha. Mount only. Yeah. Yasuracha cat. Isn't it the one of the Shinheuh that got more screen time? Yeah. It's funny. It got way more screen time than a lot of other Shinheuh, and it did nothing. I was expecting something from this cat, but it never really happened. I'll put it here because I can't put it in not surviving, because it's a big ass cat. It should be able to do something. You know what I mean? Ooh, this one. Forget his name. Wait, I'm not gonna look at chat. Lopobia. Didiano. It's Didiano, right? Yo, Haku, tell me if I'm right. This is Didiano's monkey. The poop flinging monkey. um, he was an advanced ranker. Yeah, the poop flinging monkey. Uh, he was a Shinheuh of an advanced ranker. Didiano's poop. Yeah, I got it right. Cool. I'm gonna put him a threat to rankers. Its ability is super niche. Like, yeah, it was effective kinda with Evankel, but also that's the whole point. Like it's such a dumb ability. His poop divides when it touches fire. What a weird ability. And what a niche and like almost borderline useless ability if you think about it for half a second. Because how many people can actually use fire in the Tower God world? Not that many people. It's like a whole special position to be able to use fire. Like, yeah, unless you're going against like a Yon or like Evankel or somebody from like Quattro or Quant, you're not really gonna find that many people that use fire abilities. So yeah, it was able to do some stuff with Evankel, but like it was also being helped out by Alpathion and by other people. So like, I don't know. I just put a threat to rankers. I think it could be probably like some rankers. If it played its hand correctly. Abilities creation niche. And it's a bit unclear if it's one of the ones given by Trauma or not. I would not assume. Like, bro, I would not assume. Like, I get the whole reasoning of why you say that, because his branch was fused with another branch. But I what I think, it's like he's a descendant. Like, this monkey's a descendant, kind of like how Dobo is a descendant of one of Tromrai's previous animals. I feel like the same thing goes for this monkey. Like, this monkey was the offspring of a stronger monkey that Tromrai used. We've seen Tromrai use some other apes or monkeys. Like, I feel like we definitely have during the Sprout. I think, yeah, because Ciara killed some of them. I think that's a good way to put it. Its ability, it's meant to as a counter to fire users, and it lost to a fire user, kind of like your Aru and Arya Search and stuff. Yeah, it's like it's a niche ability, and you lost to the thing that your niche ability is strong against. You know, it gets the pity point of being a ranker creature, right? Because I can't really put it anywhere else except for there, because it is a ranker creature, an advanced ranker creature. So it should be around this level. But it's probably going to be at the bottom, to be all honest with you. Oh, these are I forgot the name of these as well, but these are the barnacle things that, like, from the second floor, that their whole thing was they're like leeches, not barnacles. They're leeches. They're ginormous leeches that like go underneath the ground and like suck up the net dolphins, I think, or all the fish from the net dolphins. So but they are, I feel like I actually will be putting them underneath the goblins. The reason why is because they're kind of like domesticated by the goblins. Like, they use them to ride and stuff. They're basically like the horses of the goblins. So they're good right there. Floor test here, yeah, 100%. Honestly, not surviving. Wow, damn. They're pretty big, and like they're able to open their mouths pretty wide. I think they're surviving without being protected by the goblins. They instant died to new regulars. I'm not that passionate about it. Let's do it. I'll be putting them in the top of not surviving, although, because they are bigger than all the other not surviving creatures. You know what? I like your logic, Haku. Yeah. There you go. I'll do that. I think I think that's fair, to be honest. They're only feeding on bottom feeders, basically. Next is this monstrosity of a creature. I don't even know. Was this a name? Yay, the top of not surviving. Was this creature even given a name, Haku? I legit do not know. This thing was horrifying. This is from Kendrick Deal's backstory, and he also killed Kendrick Deal, chopped his head off. This thing is horrifying, and Yasuracha did kill one in one shot. Technically killed a high ranker. Oh, you mean Kendrick Deal? I was like, well, who? What? Yeah, I get what you mean. Technically killed a high ranker. I'm gonna put it at threat because it did technically do kill a high ranker. I will be putting it at a threat to rankers because this thing is crazy looking. Oh, the Kendrick, yeah. Guardians of the the Guardians of the Floor test here, the Goblet. I don't think it was ever named. Yeah, I wish it was because it's such a cool design. Like, such a sick. I'm just gonna call it the Chimera because it's literally a chimera. It has the flaming mane. It has like a rabbit face, like demonized. It has a snake going around it. It's like the body of a lion. It's so cool. I will be putting it here though. I don't know, above the monkey, below the monkey, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna put it below the monkey, just because we don't have that actual many feats for it. And yeah. Ooh, this is an interesting one. The Hybrider, bro. The Hybrider, pretty strong, to be honest. Was able to fight a division commander and wreck him. The Hybrider was fighting a lot of people. The Hybrider was fighting Cha. He was fighting Doan got in the fight for a little bit, I think. He was fighting a lot of people, a lot of high rankers. It has a really good ability of regeneration. A little bit of a meme, 100% bit of a meme. But still, you can, if we're gonna give the Chimera props for killing Kendrick Deal, we kind of gotta give a little props to Hybrider. Hybrider is, the ability of Hybrider is really good too. It was really only killed by the Shinsu Black Hole Sphere Tromrai, which makes sense, to be honest. Even though it is a bit of a meme, it does make sense, right? Hybrider was like named the strongest creature in the Cat Tower game, that was given personally by Jihad himself, right? And that no one could tame, not even Yasuracha. And yeah, it's pretty strong. I'm gonna definitely put him in high ranker level. I don't think I'm gonna put him. I don't know if I'm gonna put him that high though. His ability is really good. Definitely above Holin's creatures. Would I put him above Dobo? I think I might put him above Dobo. Honestly, I think his regeneration just kind of carries him pretty hard. But I don't know if I'm rating the Cobra too much. I'll do this and I may change it later. I'll put him at the top of high ranker. I don't know, that regeneration is a really good ability, dude. I think hybrid above the monkey. No, bro, the monkey's not. That's not. There's not. Presumably strong, but mostly off screen. I mean, yeah, but like, it was off screen. I will not deny that, but he was still fighting everyone. Like he was still fighting Cha. He was still fighting around Doan and everything, and he was still fighting somebody who is a division commander of the new 4th Army Corps. So who is a high ranker if he's a division commander, right? So yeah, and he also he's strong. I feel like it's a little bit of a meme, but he is strong. The regeneration is a really good ability. I don't know much about its attacking power, of like how strong it really is. I think the regeneration takes him a little bit far. We just didn't get to see enough. I think higher ranker is more than fair. Okay, so look, it could either go here, because it's definitely going to go above Holin's Shinheuh, I think. But it's either going to go here, or it's either going to go here. You guys decide. If you really want to be, I'm not going to argue about either placement, but he's either going here or here. He's not going to go any above. Like, he's not beating anyone else above him, but like the hybrider, it's I'll just put him here for now. Do you think that's fair? And if you think we should move him, we'll move him. But because I don't think hybrider goes higher than that. But I don't know if I'm like putting too much stock on the other creatures. The top, I think above Cobra makes sense, but it's tough to judge. Okay, we'll put him above Cobra. I don't think he's going to be the top of high ranker tier though. What a funny transition. We got hybrider, this beast, and then bunnies. Honestly, Cobra was great with Traumarai, but questionable in the appearance away from Traumarai. And that's the thing, is that Traumarai makes any creature good, I feel. Yeah. Also, did he know, Haku, that the because do you remember the different colored snake that we all thought was the Cobra in the what's it called, in the flashback of Enkidu, like the little tiny one that we just thought it was the Cobra compressed or something that knocked out Luslek? Yeah, apparently the wiki says that it's not the same creature and that it's an odd-eyed snake, because I get it, I understand kind of, because it's not a cobra, it looks like a snake, while the odd-eyed cobra is a cobra. But it's just interesting to me. It was really interesting when I saw that in Traumai's like not blog post, the wiki page. It was so weird. Bunnies, they're not surviving. I'm sorry. They're big bunnies. Unless this is ReZero, they're not surviving. It would have been funny to see the bunnies rip Kendrick Deal apart though. They're big. I'll put them above Baby Signa. There are big bunnies. Yeah. No, but it was super weird about that whole Cobra, and I'm really unsure. It doesn't look like a Cobra, but also, that's how you can be a little consistent. I think it was just an inconsistent. It was supposed to be the same creature, but it doesn't look like a Cobra. So I guess that's why they made it the odd-eyed snake in the wiki page or Traumai, like a different Shinheuh. It's weird. I still use Monty Python Bunny rather than ReZero, but unsure. But sure, it's the same bunny behavior, 100%. Yeah. Either version. Those bunnies are crazy. We're getting into Heitei. Now, Heitei is a Shinheuh that, although technically right now is featless, I will be putting him in almost god tier. I will not be. Heitei is the has been stated to be a very special Shinheuh in the Lopobia family. Like, I think it was something like, even if you do something like, or like something like, if you don't do something to the Heitei, like you get executed, like in the family or something. It was like crazy, something crazy, a crazy statement. Also, it said, Chiara said that its smoke from its breath can melt high rankers, which is a crazy thing to say. Like, because we know they could spit fire. It spit fire with trauma. So like just the ash, the smoke ash could melt high rankers. You would think Heitei is top tier. Went from trauma himself to the second in command. Yeah. It seems like a very big symbol of power in the family. And yeah, it's just I don't know if I'm going to be putting him above anyone else, but Heitei should go here. Even the branch leaders were terrified of it. Yes. Kieran was like, I'm going to kill you all, right? And he brought out Heitei, and all the branch leaders were like, whoa. And these were the branch leaders that, to be fair, did fight against Dumas. And we're terrified of him as well. I'm not making a statement right now, but they were shitting their pants with Heitei, and they were like, you know what? F it, we're gonna fight Dumas. So that should give you context. We'll probably see it get mopped up sadly whenever Kieran appears again. We still haven't seen Kieran and Heitei fight together. I want to see that. I want to see both of them fighting as one together. We saw them fight separately, which was a little sad. I still want to see like a full Kieran versus Robodon fight at some point. Okay, the lazy Algor. We're getting into some interesting Shinheuh. Ooh, we get two interesting ones right next, right off the bat. Lazy Algor, of course, almost god tier. We haven't seen that much of him, but I'm gonna put him below Enrage Rapid and above Findar Harp. I don't know. I just get a vibe from we haven't seen that much from him, but I just get a vibe from Lazy Algor. He just seems pretty top tier. Kieran and Lobodon have so much story potential, so for sure. I just kind of want to see Robodon again. Lobodon, whichever one. One of Trauma's big flexi boys. Yeah, 100%. No. I want to see more of Algor. He looks like a pain to draw. Like, oh my goodness. SIU, like, I love his art, but at the same time, I've read his blog posts and seen all his blog posts, and I'm like, dude, you're shooting yourself in the leg. You keep saying that you have all these back problems and these wrist problems. No wonder. What's wrong with you? You keep making these designs that look absolutely nightmarish to draw. I feel like we have seen more feats from Fendar and Acronac, but might be stronger. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know about Acronac. Acronac, maybe because all the branch leaders went to go fight him. But I don't know about that. I don't know about Acronac. Maybe Fendar Harp. I can see a case for Fendar Harp. Man cannot stop himself. Wait, what did I say? Man cannot help himself. What did I say? Did I say something? Bro, my attention span was so bad right now that I just completely forgot everything I just said in the last 5 seconds. Well, what did I just say? Actually, what did I just say? I forgot what I said. Man cannot help himself. Whatever. I'll I'll do this. I'll put Finheuh above Al Gore, but I don't think I'm gonna put Al Gore below Akranak and Fiery Element. Man cannot help himself. Man cannot stop. Oh, man cannot stop himself. I think I did say that, but I just. Oh, I said that about SIU. Man cannot stop himself. Oh, there you go. I was just trying to remember the context of what I said. I didn't, bro. My attention span was so bad at that moment. Oh, this was an interesting one. The original Ancient. From Laurel Hone, this dude is. I want to see a flashback of this guy. The original Ancient. I won't put him in Administrator. Although I know there are some theories that he was in like some type of administrator or something like that, like an administrator type being. But I'm gonna put him at the top of Almost Gods. Because if the things that are split off from him, which are the ancients like Akranak Akranak could just be a species of the ancients. We don't, again, it's a whole thing. And Haku has, I don't know if Haku made a whole video. Yeah, so the ancient. This is the ancient. the ancient giant. Basically I don't know if you made a whole video about it, Haku, but apparently there's a difference about like ancients like Akranak and ancients like the fiery elephant, which you've told me about. He can't be an administrator since Jihad and his friends somehow dealt with him. That's not true, actually. The ancient giant in lore, I don't think he ever even met Jihad. At least it wasn't stated. It was said that he split himself off, and then his the native ones that were his offsprings, like the different splits of him, traveled with Jihad and the 10th grade and the 12th grade warriors. So I don't even know if Jihad ever met the original ancient. But yeah. So that's not so that specifically statement is not true, but I still agree that I won't put him in administrator. Oh well, we got the big boy himself, the one that I have the whole that I have honestly my best top 5, maybe not my best, but definitely top 5 thumbnails for Leviathan. Okay, before we get into Leviathan, let me read this Haku explanation. Oh yeah, it was after that they dealt with the native ones who carried exactly that. You got it. There are ancient creatures and the ancient giant, which might just be a specific which may just be a specific giant creature. He split himself into 5 native ones who could control the towers, like primordial elements, basically. Yeah, so basically all the elements like the fire, those ancients are most likely offsprings or the direct descendants or whatever you want to call them of the ancient giant. But Akranak may not be. Akranak may just be another species of the same species of the ancient giant, basically. So it's super interesting. So ancient creatures like Akronak, or the one Traumarai fought are probably ancient creatures, but not native ones. Yeah, there you go. It's a whole thing. You should make a video about it, Haku. I feel like a lot of people don't know that information. And or like maybe like a short video explaining it. I feel like I explained it a little bit in one of my old shorts, of like how that works because of what you told me. But at the same time, yeah. So the elephant, the buffalo, and rak are seemingly native ones, descended from the giant, and they can control elements. Basically, there. Boom. Another day in the lessons with Haku. Okay, so let's rank Leviathan. Leviathan is super tricky to rank. Definitely, before anything, Leviathan's 100% going in this tier. We all agree on that, right? Cool. There, I'm gonna put Leviathan above the Enraged Rapid. I think we still have not seen Leviathan's full power. Even if he lent power to Bomb, I don't think that was Leviathan's full power. I honestly do not think so. I honestly think Leviathan maybe is not the strongest sea dragon, because we will be talking about one later that just recently appeared, but is definitely one of the stronger sea dragons. I honestly think Leviathan is super strong, like one of the strongest creatures that we have ever seen in the tower. And I mean, I don't know, it just for the vibe also. Like Bomb was terrified of this thing. He was like, if I let this thing go out into the tower, I will be committing a sin. Imagine saying that about a creature. I'll be committing a sin against the tower from letting this thing go. Yeah, I feel like Leviathan, his power did give Bomb the capability to brawl with Dumas 100%, and I still don't think that was fully Leviathan's power. Like I said before, you're probably right. I think it's a possibility of being I think he's possibly the strongest of the sea dragons. That is a statement that I think we'll talk about later when we talk about a certain one. I think he's stronger than the new dragon. Okay, we'll talk about that when we get to it, because that's definitely a discussion to have. It depends. He apparently couldn't be controlled by Traumarai, but we have to question if that means he's stronger or not. That is true, Haku, because there are people like Wong who is not stronger than Traumarai, but also couldn't be controlled by Traumarai. So we have to ask if that really means anything. Sorry about that. I was losing my voice. Is that the metal eating fish next? That is the metal eating fish. What a handy little creature, honestly. And also, fun fact, the metal eating fish is another Shinheuh that doesn't require a bowl. It is the same type of Shinheuh as Finril. It is a special Shinheuh that just lives in your Shinsu. Honestly, it's gonna go in D rank though. Like, it has a very niche ability to eat metal, and there's a bunch of them. And it also had the super helpful ability that every single time it gets hit, it splits like a cell or something. So honestly, super useful. But at the same time, yeah, it's D rank. I don't think it goes above the others. Maybe this one. This one's a little more contentious. Every single time I see this one, I feel like it's a little too high. But at the same time, I have to tell myself that it did fight it was part of the test. And a bunch of D rank, top D rank regulars fought this thing. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. Solid regular level, but that's about it. Yeah, it's solid. It's a niche regular ability. But it is cool. It's super cool. I love Riguel. Riguel is such a fun character, and this was this was a super cool ability that I like. I think this was the first ability that I saw from Miguel that I was like, "Ooh, that's cool. That's really cool." So I always remember them fondly. Oh, we got the how do you say this name? Myung, Mayung, something like that. These creatures are super helpful, and they can get gigantic. Like they can be super big. Uh, yeah, Bam's allies aren't great to judge things since they're always like top 10 or so, but out of a million regulars at their ranks, yeah, that's the thing. It's that Sachi and Boro and all that stuff, they're like elite D rank regulars. Like, so you can't really, you always have to bump them up a level sometimes. Um, I don't remember if it was Myung or I think it was the second one because Myung because I don't remember the first one. I remember an A in there. Um, yeah, it's a portal Shinheuh. It's a super helpful Shinheuh, but at the same time, it can get really big. It could probably teleport you away somewhere where you don't want to be. But do we put this in not surviving? I mean, it's surviving because it's teleporting things away, maybe, but like it's not doing anything else. Yeah, it's Meow. Yeah, I knew it. The first one I did not remember that one. Um, we putting it in not surviving. If we're putting it in not surviving, I'm gonna put it at the top of not surviving because it does have a good ability, at least. um, if this was not just a power, like a strength tier list, I would put it here also. Which we could make this not just a power tier list. We could make this like if it doesn't have enough destructive power, like how useful is it? If that's the case, I'd probably put it at the same level as the metal fish, probably above it. But like it's also a little situational. Like you can only go floors lower, you can't go floors higher than you are. Stuff like that that you officially climbed. But I'll put it in the top of not surviving. The seals. Oh, you're talking already about the seals. Oh, damn. Okay, cool. The seals, the dolphin, the net dolphins. Net dolphins not surviving. Not surprising, they're not surviving. Um, honestly, they're gonna go below. They're gonna go right here, below the bunnies. The seals are can't really defend themselves, um, nor are they hunted. They do have Shinsu control. That is true. They do have Shinsu control. But yeah, that's that. Yeah, you know that's fair. They do have Shinsu control. I'm gonna put them below the leashes though. Maybe it's weird. It's there. I'm just gonna put them here. I think that's fair. I don't really want to spend too much time ranking the net dolphins. The net dolphin mother. What can I say about the net dolphin mother? I, I put them above the net dolphins themselves. I don't know. It's just weird. Nothing hurts it. Yeah, it's just it is a Shinheuh. It is a creature, but at the same time, it's like a tower. Like nothing. Like a goblin's not gonna go up and beat the mother, like the net dolphin mother. But it's also not gonna. The net dolphin's mother's also not gonna beat a goblin. So it's yeah, it doesn't really do anything. Um, what's this one? Oh, I forgot about this one. Yeah. These are I almost forgot. These are Lafav's crabs. Lafav's crabs that we saw for one scene. We saw one shot of them. when she was defending herself from Evankel, and negotiating with her, we saw these weird crabs. Um, uh, they were wielded by Lafab, who is technically a high ranker. But I honestly, we don't know anything about them. I'm gonna put them threat to rankers. I think that's fair. A failsafe. Yeah, she had like these as a failsafe just in case she got spotted or like her location got spotted. So like, they did technically help her survive from Evanco, but like, you can't. They don't have that much of a feat. If Evanco wanted to, she could have killed these things. So yeah, I'll put them here. I'll put them here right below the monkey. What are these? I feel like these the Zyganoparasites? Are these the Zyganoparasites? Or are those, let me just see. Zyganoparasites, I just want to see if they're here somewhere else. Because I feel like they are not the Zyganoparasites. But, none of these are the Zyganoparasites. So what are these? These are from the Floor of Death. I think so. If they're not from the... It's the one-eyed lizard. Man, I didn't want to do this. Give me 1 second. One-eye... Let me see. I want to see, TOG one-eyed lizard. Yep, I found the one-eyed lizard. Let's read about them. It's a lizard Shinheuh found in the passage to Grande Jaw's castle. The Shinheuh appears to have a similar... Okay, it's Bomb Hockney and Mata encountered a pack of these creatures when they were entering Grande Jaw's castle. According to Mata, the group will swarm any person who attacks them, and the best way to deal with the creatures is to drive them away by drawing a bright light. Got it. They're interesting, very interesting actually, now that I think about it, because they are... Whoops. I just went to the reaction site. They're interesting. They are floor death creatures, so I guess they can't be killed. Well, no. The parasites. Could the parasites die? I think the parasites and the creatures, aside from the residents of the floor death, could be killed, now that I think about it. But Mata didn't even try to kill them. They were like trying to distract them with a bright light, so I guess they're not gonna go to this found at the top of the tower. They're probably gonna go here. I'll put them right here. Oopsie doozles. I don't know what you wrote. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. No, but let me okay, so now we're gonna talk about the Zyganoparasites. The Zyganoparasites, they're strong, pretty strong. They did Horyang, and Horyang did beat one with the help of Prince. Pretty easily, to be honest. I feel like Horyang could have handled it on his own either way. So I feel like below the bull is fair. This is our next. So weak, yeah. I think they're there. I think Horyang could have beaten them on their own. This is... What is this one? Oh, this is the Shinheuh that we saw for a brief second that tried to chomp down on Bomb. This is Holand's other Shinheuh creature. He used this to try to chomp down on Bomb, which is funny because honestly, I don't even think I'm gonna be. You know, we said that we're gonna put all of Holin's Shinheuh in like high ranker. Honestly, I don't want to give this one high ranker. this one, this one, no, I don't know. It just didn't impress me. It didn't do anything. It tried to chomp down on Bomb. Bomb did have to defend it fair enough with the Blue Tharissa, but still. Do I think that's a better showing than the monkey? I guess it is, because the monkey, again, like we said, is super niche. This is just I'm gonna bite you. So I'll put it right here, the top of this rank, threat to rankers. Stronger than the monkey at least. Yeah, there you go. Forgot the name of this thing, but it's big. It's it is big. This is I can't I'm putting this only in high ranker level Shinheuh because it is the personal Shinheuh of Perseus. Let me go see which can I forgot the name of this. I know it's like a very regal sounding name. Perseus. TOG. Persian Atlas. I can't. Damn, I couldn't even read the name when I have it right in my face. It's Persian Atlans. Persian Atlans. I guess that's the best you're getting from me. This is the best you're getting from me. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it anymore and make myself look more like a fool. But yeah, this is Perseus Shinheuh. We don't know anything about it. It's featless, but Perseus is his top 3 family leader, our branch leader. So it should go there next to the eagle, owl, and Dobo. Yeah. The reins, just the reins of the seahorse were a tool able to almost kill Han Sung very easily, to be fair. So the actual seahorse must be really strong. It got one shot by gusting though, but like what creature here is not getting one shot by gusting? Like, let's be honest. So can't really use that as a barometer. Another Shinheuh that we are gonna put immediately in. This is just a utility Shinheuh. I'm gonna put this in found at the top of the tower. I'm not even gonna put it at threat to rankers because it's not a threat to rankers. This is in like this, not an amoeba. It's not an amoeba. I forgot what the technical name of this is, but of this creature is. But it's another one of Holin's Shinheuh. I'm gonna put it above the cat because it does technically have a use. It wraps around you and like transports you. So it transported Bomb where he was with Yinsung to where Holin was. That's all it did. It doesn't do anything else. It just teleports somebody. And we don't even know if it can do that from a long distance. Bomb and Holin were pretty close to each other when that happened. So yeah, not for combat, only utility. So, you know, it's still used by high rank, like a ranker or advanced ranker, whatever. I think it's advanced ranker Holin was. So I'll put it found at the top of the tower. It probably is. It probably would be found at the top of the tower. We got Dugong. We got the Dugong, a full adult Dugong, not a baby Dugong. Sorry, Haku. Dugons die. Dugons are ride only. They're mounts. They're literally nothing else but mounts. I would love to see a Dugon fight something though. But Dugons unfortunately die. I will put it at least. Yeah, I'll put them. I don't know. I'll put them here. um, yeah, I'm gonna put them there. They're just from transport. Nothing else, really. Vanquish. Vanquish. Vanquish seems like it should be strong, but at the same time, it gets destroyed by everyone. But to be fair, its toxins, its acid was able to melt Dumas's arms basically instantly, and Dumas still doesn't have arms to this day. um, we don't know why Dumas doesn't just regenerate his arms like Karaka can. Maybe he can't. Maybe Karaka, that's something Karaka has. Maybe Dumas will always be armless now. We'll see about that. But Vanquish, it's weird because he's supposed to be like one of the 3 sea dragons, but like he seems way weaker. It is one. I'll put him below Lazy Algor. To be honest, maybe I'm giving Lazy Algor a bit too much credit, but at the same time, I don't know. He's in that kind of weird spot. Yeah. Like, kind of like how Haku was talking about Hybrider. I'm thinking about like Vanquish, kind of like hyped up, but at the same time, doesn't really do much. Got one shot by Gusting. Got killed by Dumas, even though again took off Dumas's arms. Impressive. So yeah, I'll put him there. He should be here with all Tron Rush Shinheuh. Oh, another one of my favorites. We got Polak. Here comes the boy Polak. I love Polak, bro. He's immediately going in the high ranker, and he's definitely going above Holin's Spear Shinheuh. Although it is an argument. I think that's actually an argument that you can have. Polak versus Holin's the chicken frog. That is an argument you can have. Polak versus the Spear Shinheuh. Because the Spear Shinheuh were able to push Jinsung back. But Polak was also able to blast a white back super far away. Like, it's... and so, I don't know. I'll put him there, honestly. God, Polak's kind of goated. Polak's amazing. Candide Sea Urchins. Candide's an advanced ranker. It's kind of weird. We're kind of obligated at this point to put it here. Didn't really do much in the story. Canada, like, she used these to fight Han Sung Yu and La Fob and stuff like that, but other than that, not really much to write home about. We got an interesting one now. We got a super interesting one now. All right, the Red Theresa. What do you guys think about the Red Theresa? Where did I put it? Because I have a test ranking of this that I did a long time ago. So it might not all be completely of what I think now. Okay, so I found where I put them, but I kind of want to hear your guys' opinion of what do you guys think of the Red Theresa. The Red Theresa. Well, where could that be? The Red Theresa. I put him. Yeah, the ranker tiers at least. Yeah. Look, it's weird because the Red Theresa is a parasite, but the Red Theresa is able to make you really strong. Like, Heljo was a nobody, not even a regular in the tower. I understand that he's also resident of the floor of death, so like he can't really be a regular, but like he was not even a regular, and he became stronger than I would probably say a lot of high rankers. So just because of that, and because I feel like he's pretty broken, I'm gonna put him in almost God. He's gonna go in I'm gonna say this, he's gonna go at the bottom of the almost gods, right? I feel just because he's a parasite and not like an active Shinheuh, but the power up he can give somebody is insane. Red Theresa is the leftover from administrators, but that's like saying, oh, you're the nail of God. You know what I mean? Like, oh, boo-hoo, I'm the nail of an omnipotent being. Right? Like, we can all agree that the Red Theresa isn't the strongest being in the tower, but does he have the potential to give somebody really strong power? 100%. And he can take over the body of a host like he did with Heljo. So it's not even like Red Theresa loses its will. No, the Red Theresa still has its own will. Really, I guess, based on latent potential. Yes, like I said, it's potential. It's a very potential. And if I can put Akranak at potential this high up, I think I can also put the Red Theresa on potential, but it's high up. Because I do believe that its potential can get it there. But it is circumstantial. I understand that. So he will not be going above any other person, Shinheuh, on the almost God tier. He's skirting the line between almost God and high ranker. Oh, Doble's owls. Doble's tiny owls. He has a bunch of them. They can explode. A couple of them were able to make Jinsung react, but more of them were able to not push him back per se, but like make him make a grunt, and then he started using Shinsu to get away from the explosions. So they're pretty good. Pretty good. I feel like DPS type of Shinheuh. Just a lot of damage, like a lot of hits that you can give your opponents. But where would I put them actually? Would I put them? Yeah, I'll put them at the bottom of high ranker. I feel like, yeah, that's fair, I think. Especially if there's a swarm of them. Like Parody can summon a lot of those. What is it, this one? Oh, okay, so this one's, to be fair, I got most of these images from Tower God Wiki. And and if you can't tell what this image is, this image is Leviathan. They could do damage that could be considered dangerous. This is not, oh no, this is actually not Leviathan. I got that confused with a later weapon. This is Lacalicith. This is that the Shinheuh image that that appears whenever Jihad uses Lecalicus in the hidden floor. And I swear I did not just put this there for no reason. That was on the wiki of Divine Sea creatures. So I was like, all right, it's there, so I'm gonna put it here. And so I'm just gonna base it off what I think a Lecalicus, the weapon, is, how strong that is, which is Ranker. I honestly think Lecalicus, this attack from Lecalicus is probably the weakest Jihad attack, Data Jihad attack. But it is the attack that Data Jihad uses for somebody who's worthy, like Mashini and stuff like that, who he thinks is worthy. It did one-shot Mashini, basically. Well, yeah, like I said, basically one-shot Mashini. Like, Mashini got up because of her craziness, and basically killed herself because she kept getting up. He also used this against Bomb, but Bomb absorbed it pretty quickly. Where would I put him here? Probably above Candida's. Yeah, probably there. Probably above her sea urchins, but not anywhere above that. I think that's fair. Super weird place, super weird thing, but it was on the wiki, so I took the screenshot of it. Oh, and these ugly things. These things were, I'm gonna put them right here. The reason I'm putting them right here is because they were also a test. These were really weird birds. They were also a test that they had to do before the hidden floor. I think it was on the hidden floor. I just remember that Rachel, that the stingray, like the treasure hunting stingray, saved her from one of these things. But they should go the same. The crystal fish and these things should be pretty same. They're just tests in a way that are strong and they can fight multiple D rank regulars. Strong D rank. I love this one. This one was the seal. I don't remember, so it's all you. Yeah. They're just the same thing. So don't worry about it if you don't remember. This is the seal. This is the traveler seal that you guys know the scene where Ran and Novik had their like first interaction fight that we saw in the story with Dan and everything. Yeah, this is the creature that took them there to that island where they fought. And it's just a transportation, but it's so funny. It's just a seal. Like nothing more than that. It's like a net dolphin if you took all the Tower God stuff out of it and just made it an actual seal. I'll put it. It's actually just a seal, so I'm gonna put it up here. I'm just gonna put it there. There you go. At least you can transport. The Shadow Wolf, actually super cool Shinheuh. Alfheim, Lopabia Alfheim is a super cool character. I loved her in Kaiser's story, and probably gonna go around the same tier as the Metalfish for me, to be honest. I think they're pretty niche because the thing is that the Shadow Fox is strong, but its coolest factor that its bowl is a room, which is cool, a cool concept. It's also its biggest detriment because it's not a portable bowl. It's not very portable. So and we saw how that could be taken advantage of with Bomb and Kuhn's plan. um, how they trapped it inside Kun's lighthouse. Um, but yeah, I'll put it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it below the metal fish, just because the metal fish can have that whole dividing thing when they get hit. I think it's a little better than the shadow wolf. The shadow wolf is pretty crazy, but again, I think the factor of the room being its bowl is a little bit of a detractor for me. But it is strong. It is strong and it's cool. Very cool Shinheuh. Oh, and we got Shark Nose. We got a baby dugong in the house. We got the boy Shark Nose, and we all know where Shark Nose is going. Shark Nose is going administrator tier. There's no, you know what? There's no, yeah. We need a whole new tier for Shark Nose. Nose. I can't spell nose. There you go. Shark Nose. Percent. You couldn't expect me not to make. Haku, you just made it back perfectly in time. We made a whole new Shark Nose tier. It could only be deserved to the true god of the tower, Shark Nose. I'm keeping that there. You know, it's Shark Nose is actually goated. Okay, I'm keeping that there. It's just gonna be really funny for if somebody comes in, the soul survivor. I don't know why I read that comment, the soul survivor, in like in what's it called, those epic trailer guy sounds, like the soul survivor, Shark Nose, and it's so funny, bro. The soul survivor. Oh my goodness. He just had more sheer durability than his family. That's crazy. You know, yeah. He just has more sheer durability than head on. It's crazy. He can actually beat Enryu. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. I'm not changing that, by the way. I want to see people confused if they come here later. This is the Windbird. The Windbird is actually cracked. The Windbird is insanely hacked out. Like, it's crazy. I almost kind of want to give it almost God because its ability is crazy, but at the same time, I'm just gonna give it a top of high ranker. The Windbird is crazy. Plus the concrete buff on top of that, 100%. Windbird's pretty top tier, 100%. Yeah, the Windbird's pretty crazy, pretty cracked. The Windbird being honestly the first introduction that we got to the branch leaders, Shinheuh, was a great introduction. But honestly, it was kind of a too good introduction because all the branch leaders after Dakoko have felt weaker than Dakoko. So yeah, so we're just like, well, we're going downhill from here. That's how good it was. He set the bar too high, legit. It's like what's that Quincy from Thousand Year Blood War? The first Quincy that Ishigo fights, Quilge. Quilge set the bar really high, especially in the manga, where none of the other Stern Raiders were doing any of the techniques he was doing later on. That's how you really dropped the ball on the branch leaders. Yeah, 100% in my opinion. We got the lizards. We got the six-legged lizards. They're gonna go in high ranker, but probably above Pollock. Would they go above Pollock? The thing is that they can like become goop. There's like two versions of them. There's all the tiny versions that can like crowd an opponent, and then there's like the goop, super big version of the Shinheuh, which is strong. And then Enkidu like made it stronger even than that. So probably there. Quilge Opie, yeah. A bunch of the later branch eaters got shafted pretty hard. The lizards are pretty cool. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I think I just liked Goro's aesthetic of his boots really do something. Like his big neon green boots really do something for me. We never got to see the lizard's true potential yet. I feel like they can. It's because they're very goop like. In general, even before Enkidu, like they were already like pretty. And like Goro Shinsu was like sticky. It's pretty interesting. I wish we could have seen more of Goro, and I hope we maybe still could see more of Goro if he's still somewhat alive, maybe inside of Enkidu. Who knows? That whole thing is screwy. But hopefully we may be able to get to see this later in the story if we're lucky, I guess. What are these? I forgot what they're called, but these are the floor of death. Are these the I forgot what they're called. I know their name because they're very recognizable name in Tower God, I think. The soul collecting fish. Was that actually the name of them? I feel like they had another name. But yeah, that's basically what they are. They're the soul collecting fish. They're gonna go and not surviving. They can collect souls, but at the same time, like they're not doing anything. Like, let's be honest. But they can collect souls, I guess. So they go above many. I'll put them there. Soul collecting versus teleportation. But I really like them because of the scene where one of them grabbed bomb and he just grabbed like 17 million souls. He was like, what the hell is this? He was so confused. That's the scene I remember the most. This thing was Hell Joe's centipede thing that he wrote on top of. We didn't get a lot from it. Got it more. It was like, whoa. Yeah, that thing was like, whoa, this is way too much. This is the centipede that Hell Joe ride on. It could just probably go here next to the guard lizard things from the floor of death. Doesn't really have many feats, but it is gigantic, so should just probably go here. All the big things go here. Looks like Yondu. Yondu? Yadu. I don't know what that is. Maybe I do, but I just don't remember. I'll try to keep thinking about it, but I don't know. These things, the warthog things from season 1, they're gonna go here next to the goblins. Coming up soon on your list. Oh, okay, cool. The pigs are rivals to the goblins. Yeah, they were. I think. Yeah, I think that was like the thing. The pigs that look like rack ass. Nare. Is it Nare? Yeah, it was Nare. Nare said. Yeah. Ooh, I like this. This is the submerged fish. This is Han Sung-Yu's personal Shinheuh, uh, which he got his nickname from. The submerged fish, really cool Shinheuh. Wish we could see it a lot more in the story. It's just really cool, and the scene that it was used in is always cool, no matter what, in the anime and the manga, in even even in promotional trailers for the game. It's just that scene is like so recognizable with Han Sung-Yu, and the submerged fish is a really big part of that. So I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in high ranker, I guess. And I can't really put it above anything else, I guess, because it doesn't really have any feats against anything else except for like Ren's Shinheuh. But still, pretty big. Even if it never appeared again, yeah. I'll put it a high ranker just because it is Han Sung's Shinheuh, and Han Sung is like the standard of what a high ranker is. So I'll put it at the bottom of high ranker. I think that's fair. It's so cool. I hope we get a lot more Han Sung, Han Sung in the future. No, that's so true. You know what I would have found it cool if his I don't think it's obviously that's not the case, but I always thought that it would be cool if his pin, like Han Sung-Yu's pin that he has in his hair, is his bowl for the creature, for the submerged fish. I know the submerged fish came from the ground but that could also be explained by it is called the submerged fish. It probably buries underground and then comes from the ground. But that could just be explained by Han Sung taking it out and then putting it in the ground later before meeting Ren. Just in case. Because Han Sung is smart like that. But I always thought that would have been a neat idea for his pin to be the bowl for the submerged fish. These things, what are these things? These are the sweet fish. Aren't these the sweet fish? These are the sweet fish from the dollar show. I think so. No. I just remember one of these things wrecked Rachel, which was funny. So it did that at least. So it'll go here. It's probably not surviving though. How many do we have left? We don't have that many left, actually. Yeah, I think it's the original sweet fish. Yeah, it's the original sweet fish before the flaming sweet fish. That's also not on the list, by the way. The flame sweet fish, because it's not a living creature. A Shinheuh, at the bare minimum, I think has to be living, in some way, shape, or form. I wouldn't consider. It's weird. The flaming sweet fish is sentient, but I wouldn't consider it a Shinheuh. Also, the wiki didn't consider it a Shinheuh, so I also didn't put it. What if through Yu Han Sung's way of gathering Shinsu, we see him make a sea of Shinsu for the submerged fish to submerge? That is an idea that I actually did in one of my videos. It's an older video. The audio is not the best, but I have some videos of my Tower God OC to Puri Zeke, and he's rivals with Han Sung-Yu. I think is the one where he like, what if my OC like was in the last station arc. And basically, he has a fight with Han Sung-yu, and Han Sung-yu makes this big ocean of Shinsu to make Zeke not see where he is, and he can't find him. And then out of nowhere, he finds it. He detects something, and from the Shinsu in the air, that's where they're fighting, the submerged fish comes out to get him. Zeke is a spear bearer. He shoots him down, the submerged fish, but Han Sung-yu was actually inside of the submerged fish, and to hide inside of it and then get a sneak attack in. That I always liked. I liked that idea a lot when I came up with it, and I was like, that's cool. So that's what I did. From before he rose like a phoenix, from the ashes to carry the main trio. Yeah. And now he's blue, and now the sweet fish is blue. So this is the treasure hunting stingray. Treasure hunting stingray. Why am I putting it so high? Oh my goodness. We haven't seen it do that much. Probably it is gusting. It is a gusting Shinheuh. I can't really put it anywhere else, and we do know that it can attack stuff, so like it has the capability of attacking, so we can't put it in not surviving. It's definitely surviving. I would put it at found at the top of the tower, though, probably at the top of it. Minazuki. Oh yeah, it is Minazuki. From Bleach. Yeah. So the treasure hunting stingray, top of the tower. Dustin used it against high rankers, doesn't he? Yes, he used it against Perseus, but he used it to teleport Perseus to him, right? He used it like he used it the same way as like a Myung is used, basically. For a Myung you need two Myungs to like teleport somebody, but the stingray did it just by himself. He got really big. He used it against Perseus. Perseus came to Gusting, and Gusting one shot Perseus. That's how it worked. But we haven't seen the Shinheuh actually fight. It just teleport a high ranker. So, I forget. Yeah, details. It also got scared by the end of Hell Train Bomb. True that it did get scared by him. Although I will say that it was being used by Rachel at the time, so I feel like that affects it a little bit. But it's kind of like the barometer, like a Shinheuh being used by somebody really weak, and then in Rachel, and then used by literally top 14 or something of the tower Gusting. So like it just depends, I guess. Context matters. But oh my goodness, I didn't think we were gonna put somebody else in Sharknose tier, but Truggy. Who can forget Truggy? Truggy is actually the Lord of the Sea. I don't think he's gonna beat the sole survivor. The Lord of the Coast, Truggy. I just love the name Truggy. It's so funny. No, but actually, I'm gonna rank Truggy. Truggy is found at the top of the tower. Yeah, who could forget? I totally didn't. Truggy's at the top of the tower. Truggy was the self-proclaimed Lord of the Sea, which later we found out during the Lopobia mansion arc, basically. when they were escaping into like Tromrai's ginormous aquarium, we saw a bunch of truggies race, like the big crabs, and basically every creature in that aquarium can survive at the top of the tower, like in Shinsu pressure of the top of the tower, because that was like the whole point of the submarine. And like that's like a whole statement that was made, that every creature in that tank is a bare minimum could be found at the top floors of the tower. So Shruggy just has to be there. I will put it here because Truggy at least has shown Shinsu attacks that it has used. In the game it played against Elaine, Rack, and Hockney. This is like an ancient creature. So the lore of this thing is weird. This is a Shinheuh that I'm assuming a lot of you don't know. Haku probably does. But this is the Shinheuh that was yes, you knew it. The seven sword creature. Yeah, damn. You forgot Truggy, but you remember the seven sword creature? Damn, that's crazy. Disrespect to Truggy. Yeah, it is the seven swords creature. That's crazy, bro. I don't know where to put it because it seems like in lore it was defeated by a village of non-regulars, and then it was made into seven swords that were ignition weapons, and those ignition weapons were strong. So I'm gonna put it at the floor of test level because the ignition weapons were pretty strong ignition weapons, to be fair. And we know that ignition weapons carry their own type of Shinsu. That's why the Shinsu, Naramata Shinsu is green or white, and Endorsi Shinsu is pink or something. It's like that's like a whole thing. And the Shinsu of an ignition weapon is different from the user's Shinsu. It's like a whole different thing because they have their own souls. So I'm gonna put it here, floor test. I always remember the mythical swords that just tend to fall in irrelevance. Yeah. To be fair, it's kind of hard to forget about Naramata because Endorsi used Naramata against Quant. So yeah. But and Indiana did use Krishna. So yeah, I think it's probably legendary and top tier, but that's the problem. We don't know. We just don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wanna. I can't put it in not surviving because look at it. It's surviving. It's definitely surviving, but at the same time, I'll put it here. I can't put it any higher. I can't also say that it's legendary and top tier because like I just personally don't think it is. And one of its swords are Seawick at least. Is that true? I have to do a lot of research right now. I blame all of you. No, but let me. True. I don't remember that being a thing. Seven swords. Seven swords? The seven sacred swords. In the wiki pages, it doesn't say anything about that. As the name suggests, there are 7 swords in total, and contains not much is known about their powers. However, 2 of the swords are appeared in Narmana and Krishna appear to be double-edged swords. A long time ago a long time ago, before the current story, the swords used to be regular swords wielded by 7 strong warriors of the village where Hang Dangwa and Hang Changwa were from. However, after the warriors had defeated the ancient creature, the sword used medium to seal the creature's soul in order to prevent the creature from reincarnating. They were then passed down from generation to generation until the present time. They were known as 7. Yeah, there's nothing about the C rank. Pretty sure the swords are actually good weapons. They're good weapons. They're ignition weapons. Like, they're just being ignition weapons make them better than most weapons in the tower, right? Like needles and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's just like we've only seen regulars use them, so it's weird. Like, I don't know how much a ranker would look at these 7 sacred swords and be like, that's a weapon I want in my inventory, you know? That's just what I mean. I'm not trying to diss the seven swords. They just haven't had the craziest owners. Yeah, I get that. Just due to how they display their power as ignition weapons. Yeah. I think it's fair. So where would you guys? I feel, I kind of do feel bad about putting them in the same tier as the goblins, actually. You know what? I'll put them above the bull. That's high praise. That's still good praise. The bull was, again, like I said, stronger than every regular. And we can't confirm that those 7 warriors, great warriors, were actually regulars, right? So, like, they might have not been regulars. They might have just been really strong warriors. So, you know, I feel like it's still, I feel like it's still fair. I think that's fair. I think that's perfectly fair. Just because we have no thing. I have no clue. It could be somewhat low or near God tier. Yeah, that's the thing. I just need to put it somewhere because it's definitely not in not surviving. It's because it's, again, look at it. It's like a giant dragon. It's definitely surviving. Now I don't remember why I had 2 pictures. I had like the anime. I have the anime and the manga white steel eel. I have no idea why I had that. But a white steel eel. Both are ranker. Are they rankers? I would put them, they're not found at the top of the tower. That's the thing. They're actually not. They're found at Shinsu densities of 20. Like, at any floor. Like, that's their Shinsu density. Well, it lives on the No. It lives on the 20th floor. 20th floor Shinto densities, because that's what bomb Yuri said. The white steel eel is like a 20th floor level test or something. This is like, she said the ball test was something from the 20th floor level of test. So that would imply to me that the white steel eel is like a 20th floor type of densities. Yes, I probably like D rank. Yeah. Probably still, I would still, because of their size, I would still put them above. I'm gonna put them just both here. They're both the same. Um. Oh, so maybe even D E rank. Yeah. 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 Now that you say, yeah. Although I will put them at the top of E rank, or I could put them at the bottom of D rank because this is called below. I'm just gonna put E rank, E rank regular. I don't know why I put the below. E rank regular Shinheuh. Um. So yeah, there you go. I'll put them right there. Just because of their massive size, I still feel like an E rank regular, even if it is a floor, like a test for a 20th floor, I still think that it's like a high level test. I don't think I think it's a pretty premium test that an E rank could have. But I think once you get to D rank, I think you can, especially at the top of D rank, you can deal with them. Probably. I feel like the bull could kill the white stelio. Personally, I feel like a bull could steal it. That's interesting. Is the bull when it's underwater also gets really bigger, gets bigger and stronger and all that kind of stuff. So like a bull out of water, probably not. Like a bull in water when it's really big, I feel like you have a contention. Maybe I'll put it. I think just because the size difference, I think that should count for something. I'll make my decision. My decision is top of E rank. They're really big. They're really big creatures. So I'm gonna put them there. I feel like that's fair. And yeah, I think that's fair. I think the size difference has to be mentioned at least for some of these creatures. The bull, the water buffalo of Kelhalam. Kelhalam's water buffalo is gonna go above, or they're gonna be right next to the fiery elephant. Pretty basic ranking. They were just fighting each other for the longest time. The Cape Buffalo. Hi. Yeah, with the other ancients. Yeah, the ancients are gonna go right next to each other. I still think Acronac is a bit above them. That's why I'm putting them. And I do think that the water buffalo is a bit stronger than the fiery elephant, but not by that much. This thing, it even has the name, but I can't even see it because it's so small. But these things are on another thing of the floor of death. But I want to say these things are ginormous. These things are not like a fly. I remember this image. This thing is insanely big. Like Bomb and Hockney are specks compared to this ginormous fly. That's the Yadu. Oh, this is the Yadu. Got it. This thing is ginormous. Yeah, this thing's huge. Yeah, I'm putting it at C rank. Yeah, with the rest of the parasites. But this thing is ginormous. Honestly, just from the size of it, I'm gonna put it at the top. Autobahn was born inside the tower. He'd have a lot less trauma. He'd have a lot less trauma, probably a lot more friends, wouldn't be cripplingly lonely, and I joke, but no, I feel like that's exactly what would happen. I feel like Bomb would just not have a lonely childhood. No matter if doesn't matter if he was not born with like his family. Like it doesn't matter if he was with Arlene or like without Arlene. Like if he's born inside the tower, he's not gonna be inside of the cave alone, so he's gonna get picked up by somebody, hopefully, right? And he's gonna, he's gonna be less lonely. That's it, really. Or is it the dragonfly? No. This is a floor death creature. That's ginormous. That's Goram's flies fly around on the floor of death. Yeah, but it is huge. Like, I cannot oversell how big it is. Like, again, this thing is it's Hockney and Bomber specs compared to this thing. Huge. Ooh, we got the Zigna. The Zigna is considered. Here's the thing: is that the white steel eel is considered the white steel eel is a test. It will at least would be comparable to a test on the 20th floor. The Zigna on the 21st floor is considered a god, an actual guardian of the floor. Like, not actually a guardian administrator. You get what I mean. It's so, like, it's actually seen by the citizens of the 21st floor as a god. Like a guardian god type of creature. It's so ginormously big, like comedically big. It's powerful just due to its size. Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, whales are also giant. You could say the same thing about whales. Right. So, like, just from that whole steel eel argument that I gave, I'm gonna give Zignas a pretty big. I feel like the white steel eels are apparently, yes, they can be used on test beyond the 20th floor, but when Yuri saw a white steel eel on the with the ball test, she said this is a level of at least the 20th floor test. So at the bare minimum, 20th floor. This is just talking about, again, the white steel eels that we have seen. I feel like, and all the white steel eels that we have seen also got wrecked by high rankers and other rankers. So, like, beyond the 20th floor, but again, she didn't say beyond the 30th floor, beyond the 40th floor, beyond the whatever. You get what I mean. She said at least the 40th floor and beyond, right? So it can be used on tests beyond the 20th floor, but you can still find a test with the white steel eel on the 20th floor, and normally the 20th floor is where their mating grounds are, apparently, or something like that. If I remember correctly, I think somebody said that. Curtin said that, or someone said that. They like to be into areas, densities of that areas. Let's talk about the Zigna. The Zigna is strong. Pretty strong. Just from its pure size alone, I would put it in C rank. I'm not even joking. Like, I get that it's just because of its size, but at the same time, the size does go a long way. Do I think it goes above any of these creatures? I don't know. I may put it here. Because I don't know what Finril can do against the Zigna. Finril could bite into the Zigna. What is it gonna do? Like, literally, the Zigna's parasites is 2 tiers below it. Right? Like, the Zigna's parasites, in my opinion, are pretty comparable to, like, something like the bull. Imagine. So yeah, the Zigna's. I think the Zigna goes somewhat there. But what if Bomb dies? The story doesn't go on anymore. Basically, if Bomb dies, or he gets revived. If Bomb dies, there's no question. It's just The story doesn't go on anymore. We don't have a main character. Wang Nan becomes the main character. And he, like, yeah, basically that's. Ooh, I'm trying to remember what this Shinheuh is. This Shinheuh is, what is this one? Let me, okay, let me, what is this one? Oh, are these are the Shinheuhs that we saw for like a brief second in the nest, the second defensive wall that they brought out. They look horrifying looking. Like, these things are monstrosities to look at. But we can't say the people using them were rankers. I'll probably put them like the same level as Truggy or something. Like, they look more offensively capable than Yesrach's cat or Holin's transportation thing. So I'll put them there. I think that's fair. And they're also big. They're huge. Love. And oh, yeah. And they can't be ranker level because Love one-shot one. Right. So that's also a thing. I remember Love one-shotting one of them. Yeah. Pretty sure Love handled one pretty easily. Yeah. Exactly. I just remember that. Oh, goodness. Sorry. My mouth is getting pretty dry. Okay. This is Pacoco's Shinheuh, the ginormous turtle. The enormous turtle, again, high ranker. All the branch leaders are basically gonna go on high ranker. I'll put it above Pollock because it has the perfect shield. We don't know if that's actually an ability of the turtle itself or Pacoco's own Shinsu quality, like Shinsu skill, control skill. I would assume that it's somewhat related to the turtle in some way, shape, or form. I'm kind of thinking, like, do I put the turtle above? I feel like I should put the turtle above the lizards. The lizards haven't shown enough for me to say that they can, like, get past the defenses of the turtle. Yeah, I think that's fair. We got the gray wolf from Albaba. What can I say? Yeah, I read even more of early season 1 for my eel boys. And yeah, chapter 25, the rankers would rather avoid the eels than fight through them with Yuri. Wow. Gets tossed the trash, sadly. Okay. Yeah. Unironically, I mean, I can't look. I can't lie. I can't look at the wolf and not be like, it is stronger than all the ones in ranker, but it's gonna go below. I think it's weaker. Honestly, I think it's worse than all the other ones. Holin's Shinheuh included. It's not gonna. Yeah, it's the lowest of high ranker. The wolf should be very strong, but we have seen very bad showings. Yeah. It gets here out of a pity point from being from a branch leader. It's the Karaka of Shinheuh. Don't do my boy Karaka like that. Karaka still has one of my favorite fights of all of Tower God, which is Yuri versus Karaka. Like, I don't care how badly Karaka gets memed on. Karaka is so cool. Like, his design, everything, he's cool. And it's still one of my favorite fights of all the Tower God. That's worse is because Karaka is Karaka's a high ranker. Karaka was stated to be a high ranker in the nest. And also just makes sense. He fought Yuri, and Yuri said she was not going to, she was gonna stop holding back, and she was gonna show her real power. So all her punches were pure power. She did have her Shinsu quality that she did not use in that fight, granted, obviously. And I'm not saying that Karaka is stronger than Yuri or equal to Yuri. That's not what it was shown at all, right? I get that, 100% get that. But Karaka is still high ranker level. Like, don't get it twisted. Yeah, Karaka, I think, was hidden for most of the time. Like, when he was considered just a regular ranker. Um, yeah, he was. I feel like he was just hiding in the shadows for a long time. And when he got more active, they were like, oh yeah, this guy is definitely a high ranker. Like, even in season 2, when they said he was just a ranker, he was fighting with Yuri and all that stuff, doing like an atomic level fight. And I think even Shibisu said this is what happens when two high rankers fight or something. Yeah, Crocker became high ranker during season 2. Yeah, time skip. Yeah, I think Karaka's pretty up there. One of the characters in SS, Karaka, Cha, and Doan. I think those are the three are division commander level, above division commander level. I know that statement because I use it a lot. They said Cha, Doan, and Karaka are above the level of a division commander. And that's why I say the bare minimum level of a high ranker is a division commander. So Chonhee, Ari Bright Sharon, every single division commander, I think that's the baseline. And if you can beat those characters, you're above division commander levels. So that's where I place Yuri, that's where I place Karaka, those types of characters. That's how I do it. Even in that tier, like above division commander tier, Yuri's still above Karaka. They're still in the same tier, which makes sense because they fought. And Yuri said that she was not going to stop holding back, at least with her physical punches. So she used her physical full power against Karaka, and Karaka was still able to contend with it very well until she brought out her weapons and Shinsu qualities and stuff like that. But yeah, they said 3 characters for sure. I'm just not sure if I got 3 right. No, you got the 3 right. I know Karaka was 1. Yeah, Karaka, Doan, and Cha. They were above division commander level. Yeah, super cool. And it was a division commander who said that. It was who was it? It was Lopobia Fenrir. I almost said Fenrir. Fusel said that. Fusel, the division commander, said that about them. They're like, these guys are individually at a level above division commanders, which again makes sense. Karaka beat Shinheuh in a fight. So, Fusel, I think, yeah. Oh, the Badger. I forgot who this was. The Badger of why did I put the Badger in Almost God? Oh my goodness. The Badger and the Wolf have the exact same thing, and honestly, they're the same. I don't care which one goes above which, honestly. The Honey Badger is exactly the same. The Honey Badger got beat up by Goro without him using his Shinheuh. That is actually disrespectful. Like, Goro was just kicking it was Ui, right? Ui's Shinheuh around all over the place, and then he just barfed all the lizards on him, and then that's it. That's all we saw from the Honey Badger the entire time. Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh god. Have we ever had? Was there ever a Five Nights at what's it called? A honey badger, Five Nights at Freddy's character, or a badger? I don't think we have. I haven't followed Five Nights at Freddy's in forever though. I don't know what they. I don't know if they've done anything new. They probably have. Oh, Haku, we got it. I think this is one of your favorites. And honestly, one of my favorites too. We got the Serpent Master. We got the Serpent Master. Serpent Master is cracked. Oh, that was a reference to Fusel. Oh yeah, because he's an animatronic furry. I forgot about that. I just forgot about that plot point. um, yeah, but we got the Serpent Master, the best father in all of Tower God. No, no debate, no questions. No, but actually, he's 100% going in high ranker tier. Can we all agree on that? Yeah, like he's basically at the same level, I feel like, as one of the 20 beasts of the families of the Lopabia family. Like he was ready to square up with El Baba and the wolf or whatever. Definitely high ranker level. Yeah, 100%. He could hold back Tiara 100% in her monster form. Super impressive feat. Where that actually places him though, probably above the turtle, honestly. Like generally, I think do you think he's beating Dobo? Do you think he's beating Dobo? I don't know if he can beat the Serpent. I don't know if the Serpent Master can unironically beat the Odd-Eyed Cobra. I think the Odd-Eyed Cobra is just too massive. Like when the characters are at an even power, like you gotta have to take size into account sometimes. Yeah, I think he can. Who? Dobo? Can he beat Dobo? Can he beat the Hybrider? I think the Hybrider is where he stops. Sadly saying, I don't think he can get past the Hybrider's regeneration. I think he's beating the Cobra. I honestly don't think he can pass the Hybrider's regeneration. I'm sorry, Haku. Yeah, Hybrider's the limit, I think. I think, not to say that he couldn't like destroy, like he could do the same thing that the blacks. It's so funny that his name's just the Black Skin Division Commander now. The Black Skin Division Commander, like wrapped his Shinsu around the Hybrider and destroyed him, and then he just reformed. That's exactly what's gonna happen in a fight between the Serpent Master and Hybrider. That's gonna happen, and then Hybrider's gonna come back, and then they're gonna keep fighting. And honestly, I don't know about the Windbird. Could go either way. Windbird is tough. It's tough to tell since we know so little. Yeah, but honestly, the Windbird, though, I feel like it's kind of like the same thing with the Windbird and Hybrider. Their hacks is just it's a hacks thing. Like the Windbird basically has regeneration as well. It turns into wind. I feel like you have a better chance against Windbird than Hybrider. You could. I don't know about that, but I feel like the Windbird. I think we just haven't seen enough attacking power from the Hybrider yet. Like, I say yet, like he's not dead. The Hybrider's dead, but we haven't seen enough attacking power. I feel like from the Hybrider, where we have seen some attacking powers from the Windbird. You know what I mean? I feel like I think that's fair to say. Like we saw the Hybrider do some Shinsu blasts and stuff like that, but nothing like too impressive. He just has super strong regeneration. Oh, these are fun. These are These are, what's it called? These are the robot dragonflies that Jam Jam used. These are, it's weird because they said they were observers, but they're actually Shinheu's too, because he uses his ability as an anima to control them, so that implies that there are Shinheuh. It's weird. Hybrider's AP is insane. The rotting shell of his corpse will surely not get. God damn it. I was ready for an argument, actually. Okay, that's funny. They go here. They're not at higher ranker level just yet. But they can throw missiles basically all over the place. And I think that's better than all the other abilities that we have seen in this tier so far, in the ranker tier. What is this? Oh, this is the weird, gross, disformed thing that Holland created when he was like, my tongue is burning, like that thing. Like that was he when he fought Mate for like a panel. I don't even know where to put this thing. Well, some pretty general uses. Yeah, the dragonflies, totally. I don't know where to put this thing. This is a monstrosity, but to be fair, I feel like I should just put it in high ranker because Mate fought Jam Jam, who was an advanced ranker. He was wary of this thing. Like he was like, oh, this thing is a danger to me and to anyone. But Yuri and Tiara killed it pretty easily. But again, that's two very strong high rankers. So I'll just put it at the bottom. I actually think it's weaker. That's saying a lot. I think it's actually weaker than the wolf. Oh, this thing. This is like Ren's main Shinheuh, like his personalized Shinheuh, like his ginormous leech thing. Ranker level, I guess. Like there, yeah. Above it's the same. Whoever's Kennedy's urchins or this, it's the same to me. Honestly, I don't care. Like this thing got disintegrated by an orb from bomb. They broke the number conventions. I think I got lost what's happening. Can't really be stronger than him, so yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's fair. Okay. This is the this is the leech. This is the leech that is placed in what's it called? Basically it's a leech, the actual leech thing that Ren has that like makes him able to, the parasite that makes him able to control other Shinheuh. I feel bad for putting it in not surviving because I did also put the Red Theresa high up because it is a parasite, right? So I feel like I can't really put it because a parasite can survive by taking over other animals, and that's what it does, the whole point of it. And the animals that it does control are pretty powerful. So not high ranker, Jesus. I'll put them it could probably, yeah, I don't know. Pure power on its own, just an ability. Yeah, it's a utility ability, but it if we're ranking creatures, a parasite has its worth if it can control other creatures. So like I feel like I'm just gonna put it right next to Ren's other leech thing. Yeah, I feel like that's fair. It's weird. Yeah, I'll put it there. Because I feel bad for putting this and not surviving and putting the Red Theresa, which are basically I get the Red Theresa is like part of Guardian, but at the same time, it's also the same argument that I made that it's just a parasite. So yeah, they all fall under the same umbrella. So I'm just gonna be yeah. And this is I keep mixing them, but it's not Shilio, it's Lilio. This is Lilio's she lion, lion Shinheuh. Super cool. Wish we could see more of it. But I'm gonna put it, it's a princess of Jihad's Shinheuh. I'm gonna put it, Lilio thought that it was gonna do some damage to Endorsi. I don't know about that now. I don't know if it was going to, but I would put it at around the same level as Fenrir. It's just the Fenrir is not only strong, but it has unique abilities, and we don't know anything about the lion yet. Red Theresa gives power though. This parasite is only as strong as what it inhabits. Yeah, who knows, to be honest. Her being a relic should still nerf it. What, like the lion? Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, that's also why the Red Theresa is so much above the parasite. Like if the Red Theresa and the parasite were just the same thing, they would be right next to each other. But that's why that's why I believe that's why the Red Theresa is an almost god, because it's a parasite that can give a really big boost of power to somebody who is relatively weak. So yeah, that's why they're not next to each other. I mean, but I just feel bad. I don't think I can justifiably not put it in not surviving, because I think it is surviving. You know what I mean? Like not surviving means like I don't think you have almost any capabilities to not survive. To like survive on your own, basically. Like if you got hunted down. Oh, these are interesting. These are the hippos that can I forgot his name. Kadede was commanding. Like these hippos that can just puke Shinsu blast. They're pretty powerful. They can do like big Shinsu blast. I would put them like, I guess they weren't used by any rankers, so I guess I would just put them at found at the top of the tower. But I would put them like here, the same level as Truggy or something. Maybe above Truggy. There you go. I think that's fair. Because they seemed Yama evaporated one, I think. But he's Yama, yeah. Yama's evaporating all of these creatures in this part of the tier list. The same. I mean, hey, that's even more of a comparison. Yasuracha evaporated his cat, and Yama evaporated a hippo. So they're pretty comparable feats. So yeah, there you go. But we just seen the hippos do a Shinsu blast while the cat has done nothing. But you know, there you go. Oh, and this is the shot that I used. This is all the exactly that panel where I explained what found at the top of the tower meant. This was the panel of all these creatures in the tank of Tromrai that Elbaba said these are creatures that are found at the top of the tower. So they're just gonna be at the bottom. They are all found at the top floors of the tower. So yeah, there you go. Easy to explain. And this thing, I don't. Did we get a goblin? Was this the goblin shark or something? Was that the name of this thing? This existing there. Yeah, there's existing there, but they can exist at the top of the tower. So they can exist in places that if you put somebody on the 20th floor on the top of the floor of the top of the tower, they would literally explode like from the Shinsu pressure. So they have to be strong to survive on the top of the tower. This shark, the goblin shark, the one that massacred a whole branch of the Lopobia family, pretty impressive feat. It's literally like a ginseng feat that this animal did. So I don't know if I had a name, but it looks like a multi-headed goblin shark. Yeah, it looks like a goblin shark, so I'm just gonna say it's a goblin shark. So does that make the white steel eel top of the tower? Okay. All right. Okay. Just for you, because you've been loyal. Let's do this. Let's do this. You've been here this entire stream. You've been great. This is why I have two pictures of the white steel eel. Let's say one of them is like the one. This is the one the bomb fought. This is the one from the ones that will be found at the 20th floor. These are like the ones that like rankers are like wary of. Okay? If that's the case, I'll tell you where I put them. They're going to be they're going to be found at the top of the tower. If rankers are really afraid of them, 24, like you said, with Yuri around, I still don't think Yuri would lose ever to a white steel eel. But let's say that I'll put them at the top of threat to rankers. There you go. I think that's fair. I don't think they're high ranker level. I think that's where they cap off. I think that's fair. Yeah, she was not nonplussed about it. Just rankers were all worried. Yeah, cool. There we go. There would be at the top of that. This is hypothetical, like stronger white seal eels, but this is specifically the white seal eel bomb fought. There you go. That's why I have two images of them. Where did I put the goblin shark? There it is. The goblin shark is strong. Would he put the goblin shark? Are we gonna put the goblin shark above? Are we gonna put the goblin shark in almost god? No. Maybe? Because maybe like at the bottom? It could either go here, top of high ranker, or here. It should probably, I feel like it should go above the other, the Shinheuh. He had some showings and statements, yeah. I think it did wipe an entire branch, but I don't know. Okay. I'll put him at the bottom of almost god, because I feel like that's like a Jin Sung type of thing. Like a he wiped out an entire branch. That's like a general thing that you say when someone's really strong. in the tower. And Cobalt fought Yasuracha, which I do think is stronger than Jinsung. So I will. So yeah, it's not gonna go above Cobalt or Heite and stuff like that, but it is gonna go at the bottom. I feel like that's fair. It could have just gone here or here. It's straddling the line between high ranker and almost god. So I'm just gonna put it at the bottom of almost god. Okay, let me put all. Okay, let me just go past all of these. These are all Shinheuh from Joe's D&D campaign, which is very fun. I haven't watched it in a while. I have to watch it in a while. I have to watch it again, but I have not watched it in a long time. But I want this tier list just to be pure tower god, so I'll put them here. Give my respects. I made this tier list way before I made the channel, so that's why they're all here. Just wanted to put them. Okay, so now we're gonna knock out the administrators. We have head on. We have the second floor administrator. And we have the 43rd floor administrator. Not really much to say about them. They're administrators. Head on should be the top of the administrators. But all should be below Sharknose. Should all Data Shinheuh be like in a data tier? Not necessarily, because Data Shinheuh still fought, like, they still fought against regulars, you know? So I'm thinking, like, Data Shinheuh still should, I don't think they should be in like in a separate tier, because they still have feats of fighting actual people, I think. So let's go over that. But I'm gonna put Blue Theresa. I'm gonna put Blue Theresa above Red Theresa, just because the Blue Theresa can give you healing powers also. I made a poll on which Theresa power is better, or which one would you rather have, the blue or red, and a lot of people, and everyone picked blue basically, and I agree with them. They're all their arguments basically. I'll just put Blue Theresa there. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the data creatures, as you said. The data octopus. This thing was strong. This thing was strong, agile. It's not at the top of the flat tower. It's definitely gonna go in C rank. It was. They needed a lot to beat this thing. Blue is red is a powerful sword. Blue is a powerful shield. Yeah. Should it go above the Signa? Octopus Kim. Should it go above the Signa? I don't know if it should go above the Signa though. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. The Signa is really big. Although this octopus was strong. They needed a lot of plan. Yeah, it's hard to tell with Data Shinheuh, but at the same time, Data Shinheuh like are ranked like in their own like way, like weakest to strongest. And if our actual characters, because Sachi and Baro and Kun, and they didn't get any weaker, or like none of their skills from the outside world got diminished or strengthened because they were data. They were exactly at the same level as when they came in to the world of the hidden floor. So if these creatures existed in the real world, Um, they should definitely be, they should be doing the same thing to them. So I don't think it's that weird to scale them. I forgot about this dude though. This rat looking dude. I'm pretty sure he. Oh yeah, these are like the low level ones. So like below. I don't even know. I'll put them here. Below the parasites. This one though, gotta go down. The baby chick. Gotta go down. Would I put it below even the wow? Would I put it below even the baby Zigana? You know what? Just for the lols, I'll do that. This thing is actually pretty tough. This thing took a lot of blasts from bomb Shinheuh. So it's pretty tough. I'd probably put it. Would I put it above Finreal? Yeah. Yeah, I put it below Octopus Kim though. They're initially designed with the feet in mind. Maybe, but like I don't know. I feel like that's a weird argument because they still put up a fight, you know. If they didn't put up a fight, then what's the point? You know what I mean? So I would just say that doesn't really matter. Like they still struggled, and I if I can make a point in my mind of like what they could beat and what they couldn't beat, I'm gonna put them in the middle of that, obviously. So I don't think it's that weird. These things are ugly as hell. Also, Sachi beat them super easily, so they should not go in D rank. These things are annoying. I think the rats are supposed to be weaker than them though, so there you go. What is this? What's this? Dude, what is this? I actually don't know what this is. Bro, that's so weird. I don't know what that is. Is that? What indeed? What is that? The thing is that I made this tier list so long ago that I don't know what this is. It looks like Marco Asensio in the background. It has to be a data creature. But I can't for the life of me remember what the heck this is. I just skip it. I have no idea what this is. I'm just gonna put it in. I'm just gonna put it not surviving. It looks like it's not surviving, whatever the heck it is. Just to put it somewhere, I guess. Okay, Frosty Bear. The Frosty Bear, honestly, the Frosty Bear's ability is super cool to me. Like it just inherently freezes the Shinheuh all around it. I think its ability is better than like the perfect shield of the turtle. I don't know about that. But they're pretty interchangeable to me, the turtle and the Frosty Bear. Yeah. Yeah, the Frosty Bear is just cool. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put it there. Honestly, it froze bomb, which is a solid feat. Yeah, it's a feat, but that's why it's in high ranker. It froze bomb. but also the perfect shield blocked an attack from the ancient weapon that Doan, like people like Doan, Doom, and all these other high rankers were like, whoa, what's this? Right? So that's pretty good too. So I don't know. They're interchangeable to me. Honestly, I wouldn't get mad. Whichever one you put above. What are these? Oh, I remember them. They're these are the first thing bomb fight in the cat tower. Forgot their. I think they had a name. Did they have a names? I forgot if they had names. But yeah, they fought Bomb in the beginning of the cat tower. Bomb just wrecked them with Shinsu. But Bomb's base form is also like ranker level, so like not really much of a statement there, I guess. I'm pretty sure I put most of these guys and found at the top of the tower. I think. I'm just trying to look at my reference one. Yeah, I put them there. Yeah, I put them there. I'm gonna put that there because they can at least attack. And this is their leader, which is stronger, and like while the other ones were like getting one tapped by Bomb Shinsu, this guy like tanked through it, but Bomb still beat it, obviously. But it did do that, so yeah. I'll put it here, I guess. Right next to Truggy. We got this one. I'm gonna be putting these kind of like in an order because they fought Bomb. They're supposed to be stronger. The more Bomb fights, the stronger the creatures are supposed to get in the game of the cat tower. So I'm gonna put this one above. Whoa. Go back. Oh no. Okay. Made it. Okay. What happened here? There you go. Let me go back. What the heck happened to my... There you go. I'm back. There you go. That was weird. No, nothing broke. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what button I clicked, but I just went back to the main browser. Good thing the tier list maker like saves your tier list. No, nothing broke. Thank God. But like I was like, what just happened? I have no idea how that happened. My mouse was not anywhere near like that kind of stuff. But yeah, where was I? Yeah, so these jumping grasshopper dudes were giving Bomb some trouble. He had to use his Shinsu arrow to catch one because he couldn't catch one with this regular Shinsu. They were hopping around all over the place. And yeah, it was doing that. So that's something. Where's the... Basically, all these prisoner dudes are gonna go next to each other. So these... Oh, the dolphin dudes. I forgot about them. The buff dolphins, as Joe calls them. I think Evankel beats them up or something. Evankel or Yama, whichever one. They should. Oops. I think these guys were. I think they were like one of either again Yama or Evankill's like first fighters, like the first creatures they had to fight. So like pretty, They're gonna be like around these guys level. Again, these guys really don't matter. They're gonna stay around the same level. I do remember these guys though. These guys had the horns. They fought Yama. I remember Yama like standing over them when they they died or something. I'll put them right there. They look. Yeah, I'll put them there. Again, a survey. This guy's the guy, the last Shinheuh that Bomb fought in his trial before he had to fight the hybrider. And this guy was pretty strong. Again, Base Bomb beat him, but he did give Bomb, I feel like, the most trouble out of any of those Shinheuh. And Bomb broke his horn, and then he regrew it back with Shinsu. So yeah, there you go. Oh, and these dudes, I know these guys were beaten up by Evankill. I remember that the panel of Evankill just burning them. They just shoot Shinsu blasts out of their mouths, just like Truggy and the hippos. So there you go. This jelly monster dude, I forgot. The hidden floor, the beginning of the hidden floor arc is so weird sometimes. Like before Data Jihad shows up, it's such a weird arc. I recently went back to reread it. I recently went back to reread the arc, and it's so weird. Such a weird arc. I think it was, I forgot which one was this one. I'm pretty sure this one was supposed to be here. Or that's where I put it, at least. I forgot what it was called, but I knew that's where I put it last time. And I want to see, do I have any more? Okay, so the other ones are actual Shinheuhs that are not like data Shinheuhs. We get yeah, it doesn't get going until Jihad makes his entrance. Yeah, it really gets going after that, really. In my opinion. These are Purpur's Shinheuh. Her basically Candide Shinheuh, like the urchins, but with demonic mouths. Again, they should be high rankers. Because Purpur was a branch leader. But like, I'm just gonna put them above the wolf, but at the same time they have no feats. I'm putting them above the wolf out of spite, because the wolf should have been cooler and it wasn't. I honestly don't remember. They were in a, is that Purpur and Goro had like a very short fight, and Purpur was like beating him up physically, and then she brought out her Shinheuh, and that's when Goro brought out his goop, giant version of his lizards, and then he restrained her Shinheuh with like the goop hands or whatever. So they can't go above the lizards because they kind of got restrained by them anyway. Oh my goodness. I hate this one so much. let me put this one. Let me put these above, because then we're gonna talk about actually like more better. I hate this guy so much with a passion. Like, actually don't like him at all. This is Kudada. Lopobia Kudada with his Phoenix Shinheuh. Kudata, go. Don't. Haku. Haku. Don't do this. God damn it. Dude, I hate Kudata with a passion. I'm out of spite. I can't do it. He's a phoenix. I hate it. Just because he's a phoenix and just because he can revive, even if he dies or something, I have to put him. I'm not putting him higher than the Frosty Bear. This is as high as he goes. I don't care if he could if he could technically go higher. I don't care. The hottest, sexiest man in Lopobia's family. Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah, that's totally accurate. You know. I hate that. I hate this guy so much with a passion. The golden carp. The golden carp is actually really cool. Just because it maximizes your Shinsu to a really big extent. Nope. Like it, like honestly, I'd put it like, I'd also put it like above. I'd put it above Goro's Shinheuh. Just from what we've seen, it maximizes Ju's Shinheuh to a really high level. To the point where Dumas's spears can't even move or something like that. Oh, he appeared of Kieran's private army. Yeah. I don't like him. I hate him. don't like him. He just sucks. Like he sucks. He's worse than Elbaba. He's worse. And the reason I say that is because he got one shot by Shaw and the Serpent Master, and then he was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm a Phoenix." And then I was like, "Oh, okay. Are we gonna do something with this?" And then no. And then he just got backhanded away by Mom with his Shinsu Black Hole Sphere. He was like, "I hate pain," and he flies away. I'm like, bro, what's happening? This sucks. Like, what? He's the god of hot air, 100%. Bro. I 100%. Oh, but we'll talk about an actual goat. We're almost done. We only have a couple left. The actual goat. The pygmy elephant of Tumps. Tumps pygmy elephant. This elephant was boxing with Dumas. This elephant was... I felt so bad for... This elephant did not deserve what happened to him. Dumas did not need to do him like that. But in all honesty, it's physically strong and durable, but also doesn't have any special abilities. Like, so I could only put him above Juice Carp, because we saw that he was like moving inside of the Shinsu of the Carp, so it can at least withstand the Shinsu that the Carp produces. But I think he lacks the hacks, because he's just a punchy boy. He just punches. He's a martial artist, and that's it. Nothing wrong with that. Just that that's what he is. So yeah, can't really put him higher, I think. Although he is strong. He's definitely strong. I probably physically stronger than these guys. Like some of them above him, for sure. Oh, okay. I kind of want to talk about this one. I kind of want to get rid of the branch leaders before I talk about any of these. Chupacabra. I love Chupacabra. Chupacabra is such a cool design and name just for our Shinheuh. Chupacabra. You can tell there's so many high rankers just because this has been the Lopobia arc, literally. Chupacabra the thing about chupacabra is really good for. It's like a really good Shinheuh for like trapping people. So I honestly think I could trap the pygmy elephant if it wanted to. Um, and maybe honestly the phoenix. It can like because what had happens, it's like it envelops you, and then it's supposed to what's supposed to happen is like it like sucks the blood out of you, and then you're like a puppet. You turn into a puppet for Rashut via her necromancy. Um, and yeah, so that's like the point of chupacabra. So I feel like chupacabra should go here. Yeah, really cool, really strong. Sadly lacks screen time. Yeah, only got one fight technically. Not technically. It did. You only get one fight. Okay. Now we're gonna get into the final ones, the five last ones. The first one is Gran Abuelo. I love the name. Love the name, and I love how it's a tree. I love that it's the first tree Shinheuh we've ever seen. Like plant related Shinheuh, and I love Robodon. So yeah, if Heite, I'm gonna put it next to Heite. If Heite is there, uh, Gran Abuelo is like by Kirin himself being like, I don't know why Traumar gave you that that. So it's I feel like Gran Abuelo and Kirin and the Heite are like just like Robodon and Kirin are. They're kind of like very precious among the family, um, among the Lopobia family. And I honestly think that yeah, Godlike should be its steering here. Yeah, Gran Abuelo, such a cool concept for a Shinheuh, like a sentient tree. I love the naming of it, and um, yeah, I just love Robodon's aesthetic with Gran Abuelo. We get now Ancient Rak. This is specifically Ancient Rak, so this is Rak when he's in his ancient form. Because if every ancient is here, we have to have Ancient Rak in here, obviously, right? Okay. Ancient Rak, definitely high ranker too. He's gonna have to go above Chupacabra, obviously. I would put him above the now this is gonna be interesting. So he's like below the ancients tier. Yes. I don't think he's as strong as the other ancients. I don't think he is. I think he's in high ranker level. Um, he's named after a tree in Chile. Really, love that. Love love that lore. Um, yeah, but I'm Hispanic, so I just love the name Guarana Bolo. Anyway, just cool. I'm like, yo, represent. No, but just really cool. Um, Trauma can't control plants, so it's special too. Can Trauma not control plants? I would assume that Trauma had Grand Abuelo, like because it said that Trauma gave Grand Abuelo to Robodon. Was that not stated by Kirin? I thought Kirin said, I don't know why. I don't know why the family head gave you uh, that tree or something. I thought that was just said. Um, below the owls, like here, it kind of feels weird. I know. Below the owls, I feel like I guess I guess. I would kind of put him above both the owl and the horse, but below Dobo. Because I feel like if if ancient rat gets caught in Dobo, he's just I don't think he can get out of that. Tremor said in the Amizu flashback that he can't control the flowers. No, but that's the thing is that I don't think Gran Abuelo is even just an actual plant. I think Gran Abuelo is more than also just uh it's an actual Shinheuh. Like he's an actual creature. Like because we also saw that panel of Robodon with because he has Gran Abuelo in his back. You see two eyes in Gran Abuelo. Like they're like pink and green, but Gran Abuelo has eyes. Like I'm pretty sure I saw that. It was that chapter when Robodon went to see the battlefield and he saw that all the branch leaders were taken, but Pokoko was not. And we saw that's the first time we saw Pokoko's real form. I remember that Gran Abuelo had eyes, so Gran Abuelo is not only a plant, like it's actually a Shinheuh. I guess if somebody were to ask who Tromrai's favorite was before he lost all his emotions, it might have been Robodon, and by a lot. And yeah, honestly, if you were to tell me that, I would definitely believe you. The amount of loyalty Robodon has, would probably be definitely make me believe that. Enkidu. What do we think about Enkidu? Kind of like a parasite. Kind of like that. What do we think about Enkidu? He should be strong. Yeah. Let me see where I put him in my ranking. In my blind ranking. Not my blind, but like my ranking. Did I put him in? Did I even put him in? I don't. Maybe this was before I added him. I think I added him when he first appeared, but I never actually made the tier list with him. That's interesting. Well, we get to experience this together. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna experience this together. Because I did not rank him. He definitely definitely needs a better body. I really want a flashback of Robodon and Kieran's childhood. That'd be great. That'd be amazing. I would love to see that too. I would just love to see a young Robodon too. A young Robodon is kind of like if you were to see a flashback of Yama from Bleach, like not like just like a kid Yama. Like that's like the type of thing that I would compare it to. Like if we ever got to see that. I think Enkidu's probably a bow high ranker. I would say so too. Where in that I think it's too situational because of how Enkidu works. Yeah, I think it's just too situational. Also, I didn't know. Wait, did I not? Oh shoot, I didn't. Well, I there's one Shinheuh that I didn't add, and I want to make the addendum to that right now, I guess. One Shinheuh that I did not add to this list is the ancient that we saw from Amizu's flashback. I did not add that one. I thought I did, but I did not. It's just gonna be in almost God tier 2. It was gonna be above there. With all the other ancients. So there you go. I think it's too situational for Enkidu, so I'm gonna put him at the bottom of almost God. I think that's fair. Valhalla. Wait. It's a weird it's weird that that I just see young Robodon having the beard still, kind of trying to imagine a younger version of your parents. Just so, yeah. Oh, the crane. Oh, never mind. Oh, you thought I meant the crane of the one. I also forgot that one, and I also forgot Megalodon. Damn, I forgot a lot of them. Now that I think about it, shit. The title is a lie. I forgot Megalodon, the Shinheuh that Traumrai, yeah, because Traumrai summoned Megalodon. I forgot the crane, the most useless Shinheuh, as you say it, Haku, and yeah, I think other than that, I don't remember other Shinheuhs that I forgot. But those are the three main big ones: Megalodon, the crane, and the ancient from the Amisus flashback. They introduced a bunch of Shinheuhs, so getting all of them is hard to remember. Yeah, yeah, and also they introduced so many like one-off Shinheuhs, like Shinheuh that only appear from one panel during the whole Traumrai stuff. Like Traumrai summons like monkeys, he summons white snakes, he summons. I'm not gonna take a picture of every single thing he summoned. Like he summoned a lot of stuff, but he did specifically name Megalodon as one, and we saw a lot of them. So I should have just grabbed Megalodon at least, right? But yeah. But no, but Enkidu goes here on Almost Gods, but he's too situational to place anywhere specifically. I feel like, kind of like with the Red Theresa and Blue Theresa. So yeah. Now we get to the new queen of Shinheuh, Valhalla. Valhalla is it's Valhalla strong. Yes. And then yes, and this is the one that I wanted to end off on. Yes, this is exactly why I wanted to leave him for last. But let's talk about Valhalla a little bit. Let's not brush past Valhalla. Because we're about to end. So let's talk about Valhalla for a second. Valhalla is super strong. Obviously, Valhalla is legit. By Gusting said that she almost has the power of a family head. She has been wrecking everything. Gusting has been running from Valhalla to the point, and Valhalla has been ripping up the entire sprout. Said that have sharpness, power, speed of a family, almost close to a family head. Super powerful. Now, do we think? But now, before we get to Leholan, which is gonna just funny, do we think that the Leviathan is stronger than Valhalla? I just want to know what your guys' opinion, and I will leave it at that. I think that's an accurate place. Whether Leviathan or Valhalla is stronger depends a lot on how much Traumrai not being able to control him is a factor. Got it. So you would say, because your argument would be like, if Traumrai can't control Leviathan because Leviathan is that strong, he is above Valhalla. And if that's not the case, and if it's a Wong-Won situation, then Valhalla is stronger than Leviathan. I'd say Leviathan is stronger by virtue of Traumrai's control. Got it. It's very tough, honestly, very tough situation. I'm just gonna, honestly, that's kind of a nerf for Leviathan, though, in my opinion. Traumar's input controlling them kind of elevates his Shinhwei. Definitely. 100%. It does. Um and I have been talking about all of Traumar's Shinhwei as if he is controlling them, because that's, and I've been talking about every Shinhwei, not just if they were randomly by themselves with no master. No, they would be maybe not fighting, they wouldn't be fighting with their master, but they would get the power from the master. So obviously all of Traumar's Shinhwei that he commands are stronger because of his control. It is the only version we see. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to put Valhalla above Leviathan because of the previously mentioned Traumarite thing. Traumarite not controlling Leviathan. If Leviathan was controlled by Traumarite, I feel like Leviathan would be stronger than Valhalla. And vice versa. If Valhalla wasn't being controlled by Traumarite, Leviathan would be stronger than her. It's wishy-washy. I think that's a fair conclusion to get to. I think that's fair. In general, I think Leviathan is the strongest current Shinhwei of the tower. Like current Shinhwei that just exists in the tower, period. Except for the administrators, obviously. And the ancient giant is the strongest, period. Right? The strongest Shinhwei, period, again, except for the administrators. And Valhalla is kind of like there, but like, again, I think it's just because of the control. So let's end it off with a funny. So like, Poland, how does it feel? How does it feel, Poland, to where's this Shinhwei? There it is. How does it feel, Poland, to both be in a tier list where you have your Shinhwei being controlled, and you yourself are in the tier list? Poland is strong. How strong is he as a Shinhwei? This is also Holland being controlled by Traumarite. This is not Holland just on his own. Like the one Bomb was fighting Holland last chapter, he was on his own. I'm talking about like Traumarite controlling Holland. The one that trapped Gusting in the maze, in like the living maze, which honestly is a pretty busted technique because it's powered by Traumarite Shinsu Black Hole Sphere, and it's like infinite. Honestly, I think that skill is better just in general than Gusting's Labyrinth, but I've talked about that before. I'd say stronger than hybrid minimum. Hybrid or minimum. Yes, I think I agree. Maybe. Yeah, I agree. I was thinking about the Windbird. Yeah, I'm losing my voice. Maximum, he probably loses to Hater. So like you would say it's either from here, low ball, here, high ball. I would say here or here. Like I don't know. I just don't see him. I just don't see him beating even with Traumarite's boost. I don't kind of see him beating that Goblin Shark. Holland's region feels crazier than Hybriders. Plus he has a lot of wide scale offensive output. Yeah. Yeah. I'll put up. Yeah, I feel fine with the hybrider thing. I honestly think Holland. I think Holland, Shinheuh Holland is stronger than the hybrider, and yeah, I believe that. But I also think he's not in Almost Gods. I don't think he is. And can pretty much one shots Holland if he wants to. Yeah, like a full power Enkidu if he like a full power Enkidu, and if he really wants to, he can get inside of Holland and destroy him. I feel like that's fair. Um, yeah, I think that's fair. Good. Well, that's been the tier list. We got we got Shark Nose, the lone survivor. We have administrator tier. All administrators head on 43rd, second. Not in. I didn't care to rank them like which one. They're both administrators. Doesn't matter. We've seen this one somewhat fight, and the second administrator, we've seen him do stuff like teleporting across floors and stuff like that. In Almost Gods, we have the ancient, the ancient giant, Valhalla, Leviathan. We got basically all the Shinheuh from all the main Shinheuh of Tromrai, the ancients, Gran Abuelo Hate, the Tharissas, the Goblin Shark, and Enkidu. I think that's a pretty good lineup. High ranker is basically all of the basically yeah all the high ranker used Shinheuh. Every Shinheuh that has been used by a high ranker or somebody as strong as a high ranker goes here, and Ancient Wreck and Serpent Master, basically. Yeah, not much to dispute. Threats to rankers, and you also got the not much to dispute, but you also got the your white steel eel hype in there at the end. So yeah, I like these. That's fine for me. Finally, the top of the tower, general strong, strong Shinheuh you can find. I liked that I was able to hype up the Zigana. I think Zigana's cool just because it's so big, and we have never seen. I feel like every single time we see a ginormous creature like that, it has to be pointed out. We have Fenrir. Yeah, pretty much everything. I believe the hype. You brought up some good points about the hype, so I didn't and it's a good thing. I would have disputed it more if we only had one image of the white seal eel, but since we have both of them, this is the low tier eels, and this is the high tier eels. So there you go. Man, D rank is really just these two guys. Though, but it makes sense. I feel like they're niche. They're very niche, and these guys just be generally stronger. E ranks, got it. Floor tests, yeah. Not surviving, pretty much. I hope we get some more hype Shinheuh in the future, and we still get god tier Shinheuh threats. Yeah, 100%. I still hope we get more Shinheuh. They're so cool, and I wanted this stream to be an appreciation to all these amazing Shinheuh designs that SIU has been able to make. And I think that was great, and it was amazing, and I'm so happy that that you guys were here to keep me company, have a really fun discussion, and help me pick really iron my thoughts out on the Shinheuh. Really cool. Thank you, Haku, for stopping by. It was great to have you here, and yeah, the discussion's amazing. So I thank you all for being here. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to hit the hay because we've been streaming for almost 4 hours. I did not notice it was that long. Jesus Christ. Okay. Bye. Watched watch while played Nika. Just told us to, as Bomb told us to. Yeah, I saw the ad, the whole ad thing. Just glad I was able to spend the time. Thank you very much. Thank you for the stream. No problem, Haku. No problem. It was fun. It was super fun. I hope I can do this again sometime. I might do this later on when I have free time on that the floating ships tier list I made of Tower of God, which I also love the designs of the floating ships. So maybe I'll do that. And it's even shorter than this one, so it shouldn't be 4 hours long, I think, hopefully. Yeah. All right. Have a wonderful night. See y'all later.